Oops, nope. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. Yay!
Hey!
We got it. And the sound's on because I looked and I checked. Huzzah! Welcome to tonight's episode of
The Somber Affair.
Thank you, Mara. Good luck, don't die. Sparkle, sparkle.
Too late.
Oh no!
Where were you last week? Where were you last week?
Yeah, where were you on Friday? They needed you the most to wish them the best. It's fine. That's how life works sometimes.
When the world needed her the most, she vanished.
Just like her
Oh
car.
wow, that was wild. Like I knew it was phasing out his background, but then the moment he appeared on screen, Adam, that was actually pretty kind of cool. Like your background thing phases out everything, but then the moment you appeared through the door, like you by itself, yeah, you're also muted. But you by itself, yeah, it was pretty cool. So that's cool. We know it works from a long distance. You don't have to like step back and get faded. We will
From a
see
distance.
you until you exit. I know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's fine.
I have no idea either.
Does anybody ever? No.
I do.
No. Never.
Never. It's okay.
Never, ever. I'm in the process of cooking, by the way, so if I get up, you know why.
You're not the only one.
Hey, Paula.
Oh,
We
no.
all have things that we have to explain as to why we might get up and leave the room. Nice.
Yeah. Perfect. That's what I've always wanted. All right. I think we don't really have much in the way of announcements. Stay tuned after the game tonight for a special after credit scene that I do have. Just so that I don't forget.
We pay our final respects and goodbyes to no.
Woof.
After
All
credits funeral scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Yeah, you're all in it. You have to be there. You mean in
Yeah,
memorial?
we're the pallbearers.
Yeah.
Oops.
I talked to Sarah McLachlan and she gave me a special permission to use this one song. So
Give me a
Athayan.
Oh, Thayan? Yeah, in the arms of a Thayan. That's pretty great.
Oh.
All right. In other news, we're gonna go ahead and get started because we have a lot of stuff to go through. Yay! Here we go. Intro.
Like all
Woo!
of North's stuff in all his pockets.
Play.
Here we go. God damn it! I keep pressing the wrong one. All right, it's fine.
I'm
We're
split.
here now.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I fixed you. You're good. You have been fixed.
We need to get him a cone.
Good cool
or-
boy.
You can't
Good
fix
boy.
this.
You can't fix this. I can't be fixed like this.
Mhm.
All right.
I'm like, hold on.
I
someone's
do
missing.
believe that may in fact be true. You really can't fix that.
That's true.
Can't touch this.
Thank you, Super Chocolate Bear. It took a little while to
Hey.
get that intro in there, but
Hey, Super
I
Chocolate
appreciate that. Emo Slice! She comes in speaking the
Devil is
best
in the
word.
house.
Doom! Emo Slice is in the house. Shelby is here, and she wishes doom on you all. You have all been doomed. You have 30
You're
seconds.
gonna sing the Doom song?
We need to
Yes,
pass it on, or one of our
Dum,
party members will die.
Oh, wait.
Hmm.
Too late.
All right. So, to get us started, we'll have Galil go ahead and tell us what happened last time on Game of Santos.
What happened?
What had happened was
Well,
Oh, God.
Jesus. A lot of shit happened. First off, we end up starting the show off with me and Iskra dancing to our own very own tango and ending it off with dirty dancing style.
Yep.
Yes.
Later on, we ended up getting Ogun and Rio to come back to the ship to identify what Rio was through Kindred. We end up also figuring out who exactly Lady Luthra was.
Mhm.
One of those members of the Circle that works with Kindred's dad.
We don't
Go
know that.
figure.
Back in the office. They work together in the
Yeah,
office.
back in the office.
Dunder
I think
each other
she's
at the water cooler.
She's her secretary.
Their cubicles were right next to each other.
Mhm.
Hey, can you pass me the cadaver?
What else? We end up making not one, but 3 plans to save
was-
what's his face. Galil still is unaware of the significance to this guy because they've never had a
Ugh.
conversation in their life.
I love that. What's his face?
And we end up breaking off into two teams. Team Sexy and Team Bodacious.
You're welcome. Yeah.
What was that?
Guess we'll find out how these teams go later on tonight.
They go both ways.
Even worm food.
Well, I mean, fair enough.
Taco being brutal over here. Woof. And the true Sonder, the best health insurance plan is Lichdom.
I guess you could say he's bringing the heat tonight.
Hey.
Someone has to.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that was last week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we had 2 episodes in 1 week. How wild was that? And look where it got.
Let's do it
Bunch of
again.
Wild and crazy guys.
Just wild and
Let's do it
crazy,
again.
guys. Yeah, just wild and crazy.
Nora said, no, you'll never get this. And then she got this.
Are you?
I'm trying to see how this works.
I thought you were trapped in a box.
I know. I was like, is it not?
I mean, is he not?
It's a dick in a
No,
box.
oh,
I mean,
Shelby. Just so we're clear, Emo Slice. Fanch is doing really well. Fanch is doing. She is thriving. She is alive. So yeah.
We've made
Just
mega
more than
hammock.
some people can say right now.
Oh, oof.
He's even managed to partially win over Kindred.
Partially.
I
Partially.
said partially.
Partially.
Shut up, Kendra. She's a person to you now. Just admit it. You got Secret Santa things going on.
No.
She's doing well, pulling the
no.
strings behind the scenes as big bad. Yep. Well, you know. So what? Remind me, BBEG. That's big bad enemy guy.
Evil
Evil
guy.
guy.
Evil guy.
You're close.
Ah, okay.
But I like the distinction because, I mean, who's to say evil, right? Like,
Yeah,
Just
we're
'cause
the
they're
bad guys.
I thought
and
Evil
an
is
BBG
enemy
was
is still
all
pretty
about
negative.
perception.
Maybe it should be big bad adversary guy. So
BB-8.
Tomato to murder.
a babag. She's the babag.
bag.
Big bag.
Isn't it
Big bad adversary.
It's big bad endgame.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, maybe.
That's what it is, isn't it?
No,
How about the
It's
opposition?
not.
I mean,
Oh.
it can
Bad
be. It can be
endgame.
whatever your heart desires.
Guy, gal, take your pick.
Yep.
That's true.
Okay. I didn't know. I mean, evil guy sounds, but then evil guy could be literally anyone.
Yeah, why does it have to be guy? What if it's
Yeah.
a
Why does
girl?
it have to be guy?
Why don't we just
That's
leave
why
it
I
at
thought, like, oh,
it,
big bad
because they're always an
endgame
idiot
makes
in the end.
This is why North died, because we couldn't just make a fucking decision.
No, because he made his own decisions. He did not have
He
an
did
adult.
make
aware
his
of
own
that.
decision.
Like, it's definitely on him and not us. But
Hey, I made a decision. You guys wanted to go a different way.
All right. All right. All right.
Beautiful,
Moving in a different
babelicious,
direction. We're
electric.
letting you go. We're time sensitive.
Like
G.
kid styles. Oof.
Well, I
True.
mean, at least this isn't time sensitive at this point, you know.
Evil, gender ambiguous. Evil, gender ambiguous. Thank you, Emo, for that one. I'll remember that forever. Okay.
What's your gender? Evil. Well, what's in your pants? Doom.
Yes.
Oh my god. All right. So, we start.
Do we?
Let's hope.
Like, do we though?
Well,
I know,
let's
right?
start. You guys start with
Wait.
your ship exploding. You see
the
a
dead.
flaming
Connor,
ball.
do not give him
The
ideas.
fireball was a lot larger than we.
He's already screwed me over on Conan. Don't screw us over on D&D.
Why you gotta
I
bring
I
up
literally
receipts?
took a
Exactly.
horse that belonged to
This-
Aaron.
This has nothing.
No?
Nothing to do with anything. Stop
Oh, I
bringing up.
didn't actually take your horse. I just named it Saunders' horse.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
He brought
all right.
Mara to my base.
It was an accident.
Oh,
All right. Anyway,
the disease.
Wrong game.
we're not talking
Spread.
about this right now.
The disease of procrastination on this channel.
Yeah.
It's impressive, honestly. Like,
Okay.
I'm a high school teacher, and this level of procrastination.
You like cut out.
I like that
Yeah.
he faded out, so
Yeah.
we'll never know.
We'll never know. It's fine.
One never know.
All right.
I can
Sounds
live
like-
with this.
As you guys have
Sounds like
been
procrastination.
on the ship and have now made your plans, you are in the process of disembarking, heading off in your separate directions. So that we may be clear on which team was going where, we had Galil,
Team Bodacious.
Bodacious. It was
Is,
Galil, Ardrin.
Renan
Team
and
Sexy.
Renan like to
Sexy.
go.
Wait,
It's
was it
me,
was it-
Ardrin, and Renan.
Oh, perfect. It's all one. You are all lined up on one side. So it's just Ardrin, Renan, and Galil. You three or one. Well, you three were one team. And then
Ooh, we need echo voice because we are one, and
you are now the Borg.
No.
Not
Then
us.
y'all haven't mastered fusion dancing yet, so no echo.
Oh my god. All right.
You?
Iskra, Sonder, and Soul
Yeah.
are also
Team
disembarking,
Bodacious.
going towards trying to find something with
The Thieves Guild.
Thieves
the
Guild.
Thieves Guild, correct?
Oh.
Yeah.
So both of y'all went. Sonder and Iskra went with Soul.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
that's a great.
Oh, okay. Well, then y'all need to figure out who got what, because I thought it was just two.
What do you mean?
Because I only had 4 potions of reverse gravity, which I gave one Ardrin, Galil, and then Soul, and then I thought Iskra was going. So then I also gave Iskra the Soul the potion of fire resistance, Galil potion of fire resistance. So since
Oh,
both of
did I
y'all are
not
going,
get
y'all
one of those?
no, I just gave one to both teams. So
Oh.
however y'all want to use it, but I in my confusion because I thought it was just 2 of y'all going, y'all can figure out who gets what.
Okay.
I got a potion of fire resistance. And I think, yeah, either one of me or Iskra got the
So-
reverse.
Each team has 1 potion.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
You
My
guys. No, you're fine. Don't worry.
Galil used his potion of reverse gravity.
Oh my god. You're dead. You flew up into the
Galil's
He's on
gone.
the ceiling.
But I did speak with Aaron. I don't know if we got it at the end of the last session or after we stopped streaming, but I did state I was going to ritual cast Rary's telepathic bond on all of us before y'all head out.
So that'll be the last thing that you guys do. So there's 8 that are in that spell, right?
Up to 8, I believe. I will double check.
So we have there are 6 of you. Then Soul. That would make 7. Do you have an 8th person that you want to throw in there, or is that it?
Let's see. Rary's telepathic bond.
Ranch,
duck.
really.
Ranch.
Up to 8 willing. So
Pop Tarts.
Bolgan.
Pop Tart. Wait.
Why? Nobody understands spider.
Whether when
it's
until the
telepathic.
spell ends, the target can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language.
Ah,
Hi guys. Hi.
I will kill
So me, Ardrin, Galil, Iskra, Renan, Sonder, Sol, Pop Tart.
Maybe
Wait,
let's
are you
leave Pop Tart
seriously
out.
giving?
Yeah, he's going with. You're taking him where, Ardrin?
Yeah, I can already communicate with him. Don't worry about it.
Okay, no, I'm doing it. I'm just as I like go to each one of y'all. I'm just like. Put my
Maybe
little
you should
finger up.
have the captain of the ship in on the shenanigans.
She was asleep. I didn't want to wake her. You want to wake Granny?
She's not asleep. It's not that late. You had
That's what
just
I'm
told her about getting. Why was she going to be going to sleep? You guys just told her that we got to get ready to go. In a moment's notice, just in case.
Yeah, you don't put the keys in the ignition and then go take a nap.
Tell that to Naruto.
Okay.
that was a low blow.
So do you want to throw Captain Illy on this or not?
I will ask her if she would like to be a part of this because it's going to be a lot of voices in your head, Granny. I don't know if you want that or not, but giving you the option.
What do you mean a lot of voices in my head?
Well, we're all going to be able to talk to each other telepathically no matter how far apart we are for the next hour. If you want to be a part of that, if not, if you just want to be like, I don't want to deal with y'all, your call. Your call.
That's a good invitation.
It's only for an hour, right?
Yep.
I've had worse things in my head, so I suppose better be safe than sorry.
Okay, so then as I complete the spell, I kiss her on the forehead. I'm like, all right, you're joined.
What worse things?
Get it off! Get it off! Get it off! Get it.
Help! Okay, so
Does it
Constantly bugging broadcast her about the images?
wood?
No, it just allows you to cut, and it's not like it's like constantly on. It's kind of like Spy's Murmur. You can choose
But
when you are communicating with each other, so it's
Except
not
there's
like
no distance limit.
yes. How does what does the magic look like? Anything in particular?
I just kind of like go to in front of every person and like weave some arcane signs and then just kind of like touch them on the forehead, or with Granny I'll like kiss on her forehead as long as I physically touch them somehow, some way as I'm casting the spell to link us all.
Alrighty. The group of you exit the Reclaimer and start making your way through the docks.
With Galil, I
Making my
slap.
way.
No.
I slap back. Don't worry.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. All right, so you're off to the races. Not really, but so to speak. You head out into the night of Amrutlar. Even from this time of night, you can see that the city is not super quiet. There are still some lights coming from various points as you cross through the harbor, along the docks, and into the city. Once you have reached the entrance of the harbor, you can see that the two guards that are standing at the harbor entrance kind of like watch you as you leave. They don't really say anything, but they're just kind of like, you know, watching as you go, kind of like, where are they going so late, sort of thing. But they don't say it. Now out in the street, what are you guys doing?
Heading towards the shenanigans, the fortress or tower, whatever. It was a fortress, right?
The fortress. Mhm.
Yeah.
The Obsidian Fortress.
Alrighty. So you guys head as you exit the harbor. You'll be making a right and going up the main avenue. It's almost kind of like an uphill. It's not. It's a very slight incline as you go
Yes,
up.
that would be the
up
right
to-
word.
Going up to the fortress. Sonder, Iskra, and Sol, what are you guys doing?
Oh, we gotta go find some thieves.
Yeah.
So
So it's going to use his perception to try and find symbolism, like thieves can scribble symbolism on the walls of alleyways and stuff. So I'd try to see if he can figure out where to contact them.
Okay. Make a perception check. Is he looking like directly around the harbor? Or is
Yeah,
looking
because
going further
they said that
around?
the harbor was where some of that happened.
Yeah, Olgan did mention that.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
I don't have dice, and he uses dice. I have a dice bag here somewhere. I'm gonna roll a Sonder and then just add
Sure.
this stuff. Wow, he got a 1. And that
Oh.
one.
Makes sense.
He's been in
this-
cat form all this time.
That's true.
So it's a 6.
A 6? Yeah.
But a nat 1.
Right. So looking around, as you guys start to kind of look at some of the walls that are close by, some of the buildings that are within the vicinity of the harbor area, you can
We fail.
he kind of like looks around and there's not a lot in the way of any sort of markings. A lot of these streets are remarkably like clean and well kept for being what you would perceive to be like this is the Thayan Empire, and for whatever reason, perhaps a lot of your ideas of what you would find here seem to be not exactly presented. As the city doesn't seem, you've already seen that there was not a lot in the way of like a rampant poverty or any of that sort of thing. And even in the more lower class sections of the city, the slave quarter and such, as much as they were a slave quarter, they're not terribly run down or not taken care of, which is kind of strange considering the stories you've heard.
Since we're having trouble finding anything, I'm gonna turn to Sol and Sonder and say, we still have a chance to find someone. I've got an idea. Hang back a little bit away from me, and Agnes said that this was pretty fancy, and I point at my costume. Like, I'm gonna go walk around and look clueless. Hopefully someone will try to pickpocket me. And then
Yeah.
we're all pretty quick. We can chase them down.
Let's see. I'm going to like empty out my bag or empty out my like coin purse.
Okay.
Maybe we can put some rocks inside of one of the coin purses and have you carry it around.
Yeah, it might make him mad at first, but it should provoke a response.
Right.
Here, take my things so I don't get anything really stolen.
Okay. This is a good idea. I'll keep an eye out for something.
Okay. So make a perception check. Iskra, how would you like to roll for this? What would you like to use?
I guess either performance or deception, since I am not actually clueless, just pretending to look clueless as I walk around.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Roll for hapless mook.
They're both the same bonus for me, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Roll for tourism.
All right.
Roll for hobo check.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let's see. That is a 19.
Mm.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So are there any vendors that are open this late at night?
Make a perception check for me. Take a look around.
But then Sander and Sol are gonna go sit at like one of those like cafe tables that are on the side of a street, like bar or whatever. if there's any.
Do you know where you're sitting? No.
Taco, who is that for exactly?
Oh, I'm sure it was
I
for
wonder.
my
He
perception,
didn't
just in
say.
case.
I mean, if there's,
But it could
oh,
be
okay,
for
okay.
anybody. It could be-
I was just gonna claim it. It's fine.
Okay, so that was that. I actually got a 14, so I'm not going to use it right now.
Okay.
You can give it to Norse for his death saves that he's not making.
Oh man. Okay. Looking around. So Sonder and Sol, you guys are gonna sit and like watch from a distance, or are you gonna kind of follow Iskra a little ways, or you're just gonna kind of keep her in eyesight? How are you doing this? Sonder.
We're just gonna sit back and not appear to like be looking at Iskra.
But watching.
Yeah, just kind
Okay.
of watching.
Okay.
The newspaper.
I'll have Sonder
Oh.
watch.
Right? Yeah.
I'll have Sonder watch Iskra because he has
Ooh, the coupons.
Perfect.
They're wearing trench coats and sunglasses.
With fedoras
basically.
in the middle of the night, because that makes complete
In the middle of the night.
total sense. As you were doing that, Iskra, looking around and kind of wander down the street ways a little bit, you can see that there aren't really any sort of like vendors that are open. There are a few, especially closer to the harbor, there's a few of those like open taverns. There's a couple of bar sort of like establishments that are there to entertain the sailors and whatnot, and some of them have some rather rowdy inhabitants at the moment. But as far as vendors go, not too many in the way of storefronts. You can see a couple of inns that have like the lights that are on, and then several larger buildings, which you assume to be either like some sort of storage facilities or not stockyards, storage facilities, warehouses, that sort of thing.
Okay. If there are any of these bars that are like sort of in the general area of the storehouses, I kind of want to go that direction. Because storehouses are great places to make getaways. And bars with a bunch of drunk people are full of marks. So
Okay.
I'm gonna head over there, and I'm gonna take this rock coin purse that Sonder gave me and handle it every once in a while.
Yeah.
So that it's visible.
Wow.
And we'll try to stay a ways away, but enough to see her.
Okay.
So he had said that the thieves like to hang out on the roofs. So I'm going to see about hiding up there.
Are you
I'll let you know if anything comes about.
to leave me here by myself?
Yes. Keep an eye out for Iskra. I'll be just above you.
Okay.
Be safe. And let me know if anything happens in the
Right. Of course.
and I'll like slip into an alleyway and go up.
All right. Monk
Enough
shit.
to see like Iskra as well.
Okay.
Okay.
As you leave, you see that Soul kind of like sits up in his chair and suddenly is very like rigid. As much as he's trying to relax, he's also like by
What I
himself.
do with my hands?
Yeah. All right. So, as that happens, Iskra, as you are like looking around between some of these places that are filled with rowdy, boisterous individuals, the noise kind of spilling over from the quiet that is the night. You're kind of just looking around at some of these buildings. It's not probably but a couple minutes later that you hear a excuse me coming from behind and below you.
I'm gonna like purposely turn the wrong direction first, and then
What?
spin
What?
around
What?
to this individual who's speaking to me.
You turn around and there, behind you, is a small goblin man that has what almost looks like a really shambly looking top hat. And you ever seen like how am I gonna describe this? Kind of like beggar attire, but it looks like he had been a gentleman at one time, so it's almost like a patchwork like coat that looks like it had been once
Hatter.
a kind of
Like
Mad Hatter-ish.
original animation. Mad Hatter.
The original, yeah, something along those lines, but it's just like not colorful. It's just
Better
You-
pick a pocket or three.
Yes.
it's like designed like a little tailcoat, but it's made of like browns. It's not like a fancy fabric of any kind. Just kind of like lifts his hat a little bit.
Pardon me, but you seem to be lost. Can I help you find anything?
A little. I was hoping to buy some souvenirs since the races have just started, but I can't find anything around here. Where are they supposed to be?
Well,
He kind of scratches his head a little bit.
you're going to the races tomorrow?
Yes, but I want to make sure that I have, something to support a team. I want to feel like I'm part of it.
Oh, well, do you have a team in particular that you are looking to support?
Yes, definitely the sand monsters.
Make a deception check.
Like a train wreck, you just can't look away.
I'm gonna use that inspiration now.
Okay.
Oh, you mean the Sand
Flinging flap.
Demons, right? I love that
Oh,
band.
God. Taco that went from a 2 to an 18. So
Hey, it worked
this
out.
deception
Taco
is
solved
going to
everything.
be a quick maths.
I guess you would make this a Taco Tuesday.
Yes.
It's a 24.
24 total.
Damn.
Taco, good job. He's like,
Okay. It's not a team I'm familiar with, but maybe it's new. Perhaps we can find you something tomorrow. Are you here from far away?
Oh, yes, very far from Waterdeep. It cost a lot of money to travel that far, you know?
That is indeed quite a long way. Well, then by all means, hi, Lady Waterdeep. My name is Frankie Kelsey.
and he kind of gives a very mock little bow.
Pleasure to meet you, Frankie Kelsey.
Of course, I have been a proprietor here of these docks for quite some time, and I can tell when a wary traveler has come their way. Don't want you getting lost. This is a dangerous city sometimes. Can never be too careful. So, are you staying? Perhaps I can escort you in the dead of this night. It is rather dangerous.
Oh, yes, there's an inn not far that direction. I just kind of generally point over there. I forget the name of it.
Are you sure? Perhaps with 4 eyes, we can do better at finding your way home.
He puts his arm like way up.
Shall we?
I really do appreciate it. And I'll take his arm.
Excellent.
And
So-
then I'll like dart my eyes around to see if Sonder and Soul are anywhere.
Soul sees you. Oh, do you need me to do anything? Who is he?
Okay, yeah, we're using telekinesis.
Yeah.
And not the spies murmur, just in case.
Your
or
choice.
telepathy. We're not
No.
moving things. We're just thinking things.
So now it's two fingers for telepathy, one finger for spies. Remember?
Oh no.
Star 69
Professor-
Two
first.
fingers for Professor X. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna think to Soul. He is either just a pleasant old guy or the type of person we're looking for. So just kind of follow along.
Okay, I will be here. Sonder went to the roofs to get a better view, and I think to see if there was some thieves up there too. But he's right there.
Thanks.
I love this. Charades. Who would have guessed? All right. So, as he kind of, Frankie kind of like walks along, guiding you, as it were. Let's see. So tell me, tell me about this inn that you are staying at. Do you remember? You said you don't remember what it's called, but do you perhaps remember what it looks like a little?
Oh yes, the name's starting to come to me. It's cat something, I think.
Cat something. Don't know. I don't think there's a cat something close by, but perhaps we shall find something. I'm sure it will come to you. Let's keep going. What does it look like? A small place, big place, medium place, lots of people, no people.
Very small, quaint, charming. You know, I really wanted to experience the city, not stay somewhere incredibly fancy. Although I could stay somewhere incredibly fancy.
I'm sure.
Where are
I'm
you
sure.
going?
Is this Sonder? Sonder,
Going
is that
that
Sonder?
in a little thick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, just kind of walking.
As you guys will get to like this main avenue, he stops. Small, quaint. Doesn't sound like anywhere near the harbor. Perhaps this way. And he like turns, like pulls you along and like leads you in the direction of the more common folk side of town, away from the hubbub.
Okay, I'm just gonna follow him.
Okay. He keeps walking. It's like, so, I'm incredibly rude. I'm so sorry, I forgot to ask your name.
Oh, it's Jinx.
Jinx! Oh, well, nice to meet you, Jinx of Waterdeep. Are you going to be here for the entirety of the 4 races?
That's the idea, anyway.
Excellent. People come from all over. I had not heard from Waterdeep. This is a first, but they definitely come from all over this part of the world.
Well, you know, now that the Empire has expanded so far, I have a few friends, and they let me know, and they said I just must go.
Seems fair. It is quite the spectacular event. You would never believe what... Something far in the distance catches all of your attention.
The world erupts in flame. No.
All is in
no.
everyone.
This is the moment.
You see that that like,
Limbs flying
you see,
by.
You see
Recognize
Frank-
that hand.
Frankie stop. And he like slowly turns his attention over to the fortress where the sound seemed to have originated from.
I'll follow his attention.
Okay. Meanwhile,
No.
listen, I don't know what you were expecting out of me.
Oh no, and now we have to see what
No.
Team Sexy was doing, and so we are gonna experience the explosion a second time.
Yep. All right. So, let's see. We'll go with
That was
this
quick.
one.
Damn.
Galil, Renan, Ardrin. You guys have
Oh, hey, that's
started
good.
making progress towards the fortress.
Yeah.
This going towards the fortress is a relatively quicker jaunt than it was going to where you like the fairgrounds are, as the fairgrounds are very, very basically the complete catty corner opposite side from where the harbor is. And Arjun, you have just come from that direction already, so you know which way you are going. Galil, did you have your hands raised?
Do we notice all the blood droppings that whatchamacallit was doing?
No, because that would have been on the opposite side of the city. So
Okay.
basically, the harbor being on this side, the festival grounds like this lower corner over here, and he had come up this direction. So you guys are making a quicker jaunt up towards the fortress.
Okay, so we're going the opposite way, coming in
Correct.
from that way. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
And I would assume that since I've already been this way, and I kind of have a history of a little bit of urban warfare and subterfuge, that I would have found some other path, maybe a quicker way,
Sure.
or a more circuitous way to dodge around some people.
For sure. Go ahead and make a survival check for me, if you wish.
Roll a gorilla check.
Urban gorilla.
Would you say survival?
Guerrilla warfare
what,
check.
Whatever you think you would use in order to get you there the quickest.
On a
And
Stealth
navigate.
would be
Well,
what I would expect, but
yeah.
yeah. Well, whichever.
No, I mean that's up to you. I mean, you guys remaining stealthy is definitely a group thing. I would have all three of you roll that.
I'm okay with that.
Total.
It's the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Renan,
good.
Put down
Yeah,
my.
I just
put
have
down.
to move to get to my dice.
Well, don't you have like the digital ones?
That doesn't matter. I have to reach forward to the computer.
Someone should be prepared. You are playing a game.
I know, right?
Oh, he was playing a game, and that was the problem.
Well, no. I was sitting down, and that was the problem.
Get your phone.
Oh yeah. D&D Beyond has a very handy little dandy little app you can use.
Not that we're sponsored, so fuck them.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Eh.
So, plus 15.
Oh dang. Okay.
Well, there you go. All right.
Oh boy, stealthy
You
boy.
literally
Leo
could
is
not
the
fail.
sneakiest man alive.
Now, do we roll to see
Oreo.
if he stumbled and saved himself?
Yeah, can I roll to see if I stumble?
Do you want to stumble?
Just catching the lip
Yeah,
of some
I
cobble.
do.
Rolled a 2.
Okay.
Hmm.
Go
Six.
ahead.
That's how he gets away
First,
all the time.
Sure.
the one time I roll a fucking nat 20,
Nope, you don't stumble.
I want to stumble.
Or wait. Was he said? See if he stumbles.
Two
Is the high number is that he does? Like, was that the goal?
I mean, if this was more of a dexterity.
So, like, if he's how good is he at performing a pratfall? Like,
Are you rolling?
Oh, down Macy Gray.
I fell over again.
I mean, if you
Oh,
want to
no.
stumble on purpose, it's not like you can do that. Like,
Because one of my things for Asmar, if they trip or stumble, they always find something interesting on the ground in front of their face.
I'm down Macy Gray, okay?
that's more of a if you stumble, not so much if you did it on purpose. I feel
If
like
they
that defeats
stumble
the
or
purpose.
trip,
Yeah, I feel like that
Really funny.
defeats the purpose of
and
you
it says
stumbling
they
or tripping.
always find something.
a patch of hair that used to be north.
No. Well, okay.
This Cheeto that
I'm
looks like
joking.
Abraham
I'm
Lincoln.
joking.
First things,
This shit just got dark.
first things first. Arjun, what was your stealth check?
That is how fire works.
Arjun, what was your
I got a
stealth?
16.
You got 16
My
Renan?
stealth was 19.
19. Oh, and then 20 million. Got it for Galil.
20 million.
So as you
And a
guys
23 for Oreo.
oh yes, is Oreo just like trotting alongside you this whole time?
Yeah, she's always with me.
Oh,
Hey, they're right.
yeah.
Okay, so with the three of you then, as you are maneuvering closer to the fortress, you manage to keep to the shadows enough to where you are perceivably out of sight from the occasional guards that are walking or patrolling more this region of town. And then Ardrin, what was the role that you were going to use for guiding them to the fortress? Or you just kind of saying in general that you're going to try and find the quickest way there that's not the most obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I could roll something for that. I guess that would be survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else that would work that way. Okay. This is going to be terrible. Oh, dirty 20.
Very nice. All right.
It was teetering on that one for a second, like, you son of a bitch.
Maneuvering as quietly in the shadows, you are able to stick to a lot of the alleys and little side streets that you had kind of mapped out in your head as you had made your way back to the harbor the first time. So kind of keeping out of sight from the guards, you managed to make it at least to that front few blocks that are the last line of really tall, almost cathedral-like buildings before you get to this open space of about 150, 170 feet between the last row of buildings and then the wall that protects around this fortress. What are you guys doing once you have arrived?
Oh, we get to actually make it there. That's awesome.
It's not, like I said, it's not a lot further of a trek.
Do some timey-wimey shenanigans. I can send in a tiny little spy for us that might give us a better vantage point, or at least give me a vantage point of what's going on in there.
Well, while you do that, we should get someplace high to actually peer in.
Do you think that you can hold on well enough and hide once I get you up there?
I'm okay with that. And I pull out my spice glass. I'm ready to look in and see what exactly we're dealing with.
Yeah, I would like to make a perception check to see if I, like, guard-wise, what guards do I see that would probably see me when my 15-foot wingspan self jumps into the air.
All right, make a perception check for me.
While he's doing that, I'd like to cast Fly on Pop-Tart.
Oh my gosh. That is scary, first off.
That's amazing.
I am a crazy rabbit spider.
A flying spider now.
Yeah, I want my little spy to go in. See what he can see.
How long does fly last for?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. You cast fly on
I wanted
him,
to. That's why I know.
And immediately he starts to kind of levitate off your shoulder and kind of starts like going kind of like in those moments when in a sci-fi all the artificial gravity goes off and everybody's starting to like and they start like moving.
Faster when he loses his cables. Oh, I've lost the cables.
Yep, exactly. Like
Isn't this magical?
He's just like, whoa! He just starts floating around. He's like, I am invincible. As he just like rotates upside down. And then
I kind of just like try to.
If you get this spider killed by doing this, I'm going to be so mad at you. I realize no metagaming. I'm not asking you to metagame. I'm just letting you know.
Just remember, it'll be Aaron's decision that does it.
What am I doing?
Exactly. He starts like
right now you're kind of floating, but I'd like you to kind of
starts moving around in front of your face.
To see if you can fly on in, because you can do that now. Pretty great, huh? And see if you can find our friend North. You know, you seen him around. Told you not to kill him once or twice.
Yes.
Yeah. Kind of got like a white on white vitiligo thing going on from some recent reconstruction surgery.
He starts, all 8 of his little legs start like undulating in like sequence, so it almost looks like waves, or he's like swimming in the air.
Somewhere, somehow, Elvie is having a panic attack.
She's not the only one.
So he's like doing this, and mind you, he's only like this big.
He's like
just a tiny little-
squidding out.
Yeah, he's like starts doing like that. He's like looks like a little air jellyfish. Okay, here I go.
You got this.
What's the
Mine's the only bug
eternity
zapper the
later.
entire compound.
what's the what fly speed does it give people? Does it
I
say
think it's 60.
Oh my god!
Bullet.
You do realize if he doesn't
Why
know how to
is it a wall?
stop and hits a wall, he's going to die. And it
No,
will not
because he
be
has
me.
exoskeleton.
Pew! He just takes
That
off.
exoskeleton is gonna be an innoskeleton.
I'm picturing him like Attack on Titan, how they're just like.
Yep. Yep. It's like choo, 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 flying and like
He needs
weird
those
angles.
like Star Trek inertial dampeners going on.
Woo! And he just starts like zooming towards the walled gate in front of this massive obsidian fortress.
Pop-Tart is the fireball because he achieves light speed and just hits contact.
Yeah.
That explosion you heard was Pop-Tart busting down the gates.
No.
Pop-Tart accelerates to 88 miles an hour.
That's him only using 4 of his legs.
Pop-Tart reached terminal velocity. It
Yeah.
was terminal
100
for
quickly.
everybody involved.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Alright, so Renan,
But-
on that perception check.
27. I could roll again if you would like to know if I get a nat 20 next time.
Pop-Tart
Yeah.
starts flying, but you only hear R2-D2 screaming. Amazing.
And now this is pod racing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's working. It's working.
This is amazing.
It's
All right.
arthropod racing.
Yep.
Hey.
Renan. well done. Inspiration for that one.
So much.
Inspiration for that one because it caused you pain and you did it to yourself. So, good job.
And then I was laughing and it caused me physical pain too.
So it works out. What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen Renan? I don't know. We're about to find out.
African and European Renan.
Renan, as you take a look around the side of the building, kind of to the front of the gate, you see that there are 6 guards in front of the closed gate currently. They have basically like 3 on each side of the 2 large doors. And then up above, up the tall walls, you can see that there are at least 3 hobgoblins that are patrolling the top with large, heavy crossbows.
We would have to get a little further away from the fortress if we were going to try to take to the skies. I do not trust taking off here.
Ardric, go ahead.
I just realized I could have cast it on 2 additional people.
Mm.
So I would have offered to cast it on Galil, and then I would have put it on myself. To kind
Now
of free
everyone can
everyone.
fly.
Yeah, we can all fly now.
Yeah, we
Lovely.
can all fly because Oreo can fly.
Think murdery
Infinity
thoughts.
and beyond.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Think
so
murdery thoughts. Oh god.
you are now.
They're playing Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. You guys are. I'm just gonna say that you guys are behind some, like the last row of buildings, the closest that you can get to the front of the gates, but still out of line of sight from the people that are at the front. What are you guys doing now that you have the power of flight?
I would have figured getting some further elevation as surreptitiously as possible.
Okay.
While I'm
Are there any
waiting for
windows that look to be
There's windows. There's walls. There's sweat that
unpatrolled?
drips down my.
Oh my god. All right.
Liam.
So as you kind of start taking to the air behind this building, it's kind of like a small manor of its own. It's a rather it has like an extended wall corner that you guys have been using to kind of cover yourselves or use as cover. But you guys can fly up and over to the top of this this very steep roofed building. But there are some windows and even some balconies here at the top levels. It's probably about 3 stories up from the ground floor. What are you guys doing?
And they seem to be out of sight enough.
They would be they're in line of sight, but on the side of the building enough to where it's not like you're facing the wall itself. It's kind of like at the side of the building.
That's
Does that
not
make
what I
sense?
meant. Out of sight of the guards.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, in that case, you'd have to go around the back of the building, and then you could probably get up there onto the roof. But it'd be out of the side of the guards. Would be out of the sight of the building of the wall itself.
All things considered, the pair of you are going to find it to be easier to get into those windows than it will be for me.
I can get you in there. Don't worry.
What?
And I touch his forehead and cast Reduce.
Oh.
And I'm just sitting like in his hand.
Okay.
So we're flying around and he's got his own Tinkerbell.
Basically.
I think you're a medium creature, are you not? So you just go from
And
medium
now he's
to
a small.
So he's just child-sized.
He's a gnome size, basically.
Yeah,
It's
more
like a cherub.
Angry cherub.
Very angry.
A very angry cherub. Biscuit.
Oh, relax. It'll wear off in a minute.
All right.
I
So
like how you just made him a flying leprechaun.
yes.
He's not a flying leprechaun.
So Ardrin, as you can hear in your mind, Pop-Tart is like, I'm going over the gates now.
You got this, buddy.
I was like, I don't really have spider stats.
Try and find
I was
something.
like, I
but
know,
I
you
figured
just-
he's like a dot.
Yeah, I was like trying to see if anybody noticed. But as
I should cast Reduce on.
on who?
Then he would just enter the quantum realm at that point.
What is this, Ant-Man? As he tells you, I'm passing over the gate. And you say, what was it you just said?
You got this, buddy.
A loud explosion rocks from the other side of the wall where the fortress is. There's not enough of a blast of any sort to where you guys.
But is it like briefly daylight or?
There is a flash of light, not akin to like maybe a small explosion.
Yeah, Pop-Tart, you still there? You all right?
Don't you fucking dare, Aaron.
Aaron,
Pop-Tart's
ask
blasting off
Galil.
again.
After hearing that, I want to focus my ears to the point where I can hear any screams of help or prayer.
What's the range on that?
I'm pulling it up. Hold on. I know I have that, but it is within 100 feet.
100 feet?
I can hear the sound level. I mean, no matter the sound level or distraction, I can hear them.
Okay. You reach out, Ardrin, and for a brief moment you hear nothing in response, and then you just hear, "Ow!"
Oh, shit. How bad is it? Are you all right? Can you fly?
I can fly.
All right, come on back.
That hurt a little bit. That hurt a little bit.
Her little legs are broke.
Oh no.
We need a split! Stat!
It's just the body.
Oh, the diamond.
It's just the thorax. That's all that's left.
Oh no!
The legs off.
Would that make him like an octuple amputee at this point?
Oh my god.
Aaron, you
Flying
monster.
through the air.
You get the Santos.
Goes back in these little pair of patapelps.
There's no eyebrows. It's just he has no hair on his body anymore.
Or octoplegic.
Octoplegic.
There you go. It takes him a minute to kind of find you again, and in that moment, Ardren, as you kind of extend your senses to try and get a bead on where he's at and guide him back to you, there is a couple of other little voices that kind of ping for you across several of the buildings nearby.
Why? What is this? Hello? Who are you? What is happening?
Oh, hi there. I'm new to the neighborhood, just walking on through. Tell me, did you see or hear anything? Well, I suppose you heard something, but did you see something? Did you see where all that noise is coming from?
Pop-Tart is the one who's just like,
The front of the fortress exploded.
Good job, buddy. I mean,
I am a god.
I mean, you survived that. You're a fucking tank. So
he comes back and there's just like the little, you know, in like the cartoons when there's just like a little bit of smoke coming from the top of him. It's just like a little bit of smoke.
he's got like a little like bald eagle spot now, or
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh no!
I'll just put him back right here.
Yeah. He like makes it. You can hear him just like give the smallest little sigh of relief.
All right, you did good, buddy. Just you relax there for a while.
Galil, as
Hold
you kind
his
of
lapel over it.
yeah, as you expand your senses out to try and grasp prayers, nothing comes.
Prayers or cries for help.
Yeah. You do hear outside of this various shouts in Goblin, and what you have now heard is Thayan coming from the fortress itself. You can see, we'll say from the vantage point that you guys have up a little higher up on the roof overlooking the area, the guards that are posted at the front of the gates are now looking like they're on high alert. They have weapons drawn, and they kind of have like converged a little bit in front of the doors, just kind of keeping an eye out on the outside. Those that had been on the top walls have now brought up their crossbows ready to bear and are switching between looking outwards and looking inwards, as you can see a faint orange-yellow glow that is bathing the underside of this obsidian fortress in light.
But that is an unfortunate sign.
I think we should go in.
Oh, yes, that is a brilliant plan.
I mean,
I'm the size
most
of a
likely
barn
in there.
swallow.
So then go in.
Row up.
You said this will last how long?
A few more seconds.
Wait, how long does it last?
It's just 1 minute.
Oh yeah, it's
Just like throw him like a lawn dart to give him some
Yep.
extra
Some
speed.
momentum.
Slingshot. Boom.
What are you guys doing?
Not
Depends, is
doing that,
Rodon
thank
going?
you.
As now the two timelines have converged, those of you
Iskra, Sonder, Soul, something happened.
Yo, we heard. What was it?
Are you all right?
We see that the fortress is on high alert now.
Is that you all that did that?
No.
Trust me, I wish that was something we had done. Haven't the foggiest.
That had to have been North. Do you see him?
No.
Did we try the spy's murmur? All right, I'm not actually in this part of the call, am I? So
How close are you?
Well,
to
I mean, it's telepathic, so
I mean,
it's
it's telepathic.
everybody's
Hear it all.
kind of hearing it.
I didn't know if it was
Jump
Kindred,
in
you
if
would have
directional.
You didn't hear. You may not have heard the explosion from inside the ship, But
Just look over and see like my water glass ripple.
How close we all to the fortress now?
are you guys asking them? Who are you asking?
Asking them.
Sandra?
Yeah.
How close they are to the fortress?
Yeah, right outside. We are right outside the.
Should we head that way, Iskra?
Yeah, maybe this plan will have to wait.
Okay. I'm coming down.
But
Did the goblin friend here?
Yeah, because they
Yeah, he
had
would've heard too.
stopped and they both turned in the direction of the fortress. I guess in that moment, Iskra,
I'd
is
say
that-
let Soul go on with that plan.
go on with which plan?
With a thief's plan.
Just
From-
that soul. Wait, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Galil?
I said, why not just let Soul go on with the thief's plan to get their help?
I think at least one of us should stay. Right.
Yeah, at least then we'll have a backup.
Those of you who are near the tower can now see what looks like dozens upon dozens of small winged creatures flying out from various points in the inside from the fortress, like almost like there were open crevices that you hadn't noticed before, and there are now dozens of these little flying creatures with bat-like wings that are now flying and filling up the sky above.
Well, check.
That looks like a lot to handle.
This would
Those are
be
probably the fiends I sensed earlier.
I was gonna say, because Sonder and Iskra, you guys are too far away to have seen this part, or you may have seen like there's
Those
movement,
creatures.
kind of something's happening around the fortress itself, but to be able to determine what it is exactly, it might be a little difficult at the distance that you are from it. But Renan, Ardrin, and Galil, since you are right there, you can see that these are indeed what look like small humanoids with black skin that have wings on them, almost imp-like in size. Dozens of them.
So, do I need to roll for that stealth check, or are we using the old stealth check?
I would say if you're trying to hide from these new eyes that are taking up into the sky, what are you guys doing to try and hide from it? Because you are currently on the roof of a building.
And in the moon cast shadow from like a chimney or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, that sounds about right. And I will stand as still as possible to appear as a angel statue, if nothing else.
It's
Oh my
This
gosh.
gargoyle
the gar-
wasn't
That's
there.
great.
You mean the
before?
gargoyle?
No.
Are you weeping?
it's a cherub.
Oh,
Yes,
it
and-
was a
and I will
cherub at
be
first, and
weeping.
then it gets bigger as the
I
spell
will
ends.
be weeping for the singular
Oh, no.
purpose of increasing my movement speed to 4,000.
Yeah. Galil, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hide as well.
You guys make
Five.
stealth check.
Yeah.
Also, is the large white and black tiger, winged tiger that is with you, trying to hide as well?
She is gonna be hiding with me too, don't worry.
Okay.
16.
16.
$24 for Oreo and a natural 20 for me.
Oh, here's my ones. All right. Renan, what was yours?
19.
19. Oof.
Is that not good?
Okay. Well, as far as averages go, you can see that this mass of massive. Let's build this up a little.
Said they were small.
Oh well, it's a massive cloud still. It's like a swarm of them. It's
Oh,
up-
mass of, not
Mass of.
massive.
Correct. A mass of imps that are now kind of taken to the sky and spreading out in different directions in like small little clusters of 5 to 6. You can see that they are going in different directions and some coming close to where you guys are. Quickly, you guys use whatever shadows you can find here on the rooftop and use it to the best of your ability as you press yourself up against walls and chimneys. It is quick thinking alone that may have saved you, as several of these imps fly by overhead. You can hear them kind of screeching and shouting at each other in Infernal, which I think you'll understand as they like pass by overhead. You can just hear them.
And I hear them sneezing too.
Search for conspirators, search! Look out! Keep an eye out for suspicious things!
And they just keep flying up overhead and start like passing through alleyways like swarms of bats. Sonder, Iskra, as you guys are from this distance, little Mr. Kelsey over here, like lets go of your arm, Iskra, and starts like sees that there's this like little cloud of darkness that has spread up over the fortress and is now flying out in your direction. He goes,
Oh dear. Maybe it is time for us to find somewhere to be instead of out in the street at this exact moment.
Do you have any ideas?
he looks about quickly.
Let's go over here.
And he kind of goes to the nearest bar, like open air tavern, and like starts shuffling you in that direction. You can see several of the patrons on the outside that had been outside and like somewhat sober enough to have realized that there was even something going on. You go and they're kind of like looking and peeking in that general direction, and upon seeing this swarm of creatures flying in the air around, they all kind of like start to act normal. You know, they're just kind of like doing their normal business as these things start flying in your direction. Sonder, are you still on the roof?
Yes. Before I head down, I want to do a quick perception check to see if there's anyone on the roof areas that had like stopped and looked to see what was happening.
Sure. Go for it.
Okay. Nat 20. 28.
Nice. Interesting. From across the more open space of road, closer to where Isker was, you can see that there's like the shadows of the roof kind of do that whole where they kind of play tricks on you a little bit, and it almost looks like someone is standing there, and you see that one of the chimneys that you had seen and kind of had earlier just looked and seen a chimney now is gone and is no longer there.
Okay.
But you notice its absence. Not that it moved, it's just not where it had been. You had seen kind of what looked like a stationary thing, and it just looked like a chimney the way it had been standing and is now gone. Ardren.
Oh, they're done? Okay.
Well, I was just going to see what you were...
Okay. He was just going to talk to Galil and Renan if that was done, so...
I mean,
Okay.
what are you doing, Galil, Sonder, as you see this cloud moving towards you?
I'm gonna head down to Seoul, knowing that, you know, we can probably look to the rooftops to find them, and relay the information, and then I'll head with him towards the bar that Isker had been taken to.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look nervously back in their direction to see if they're still there.
We'll say that as you kind of look back to where Soul was, Soul's gone.
No! Soul, where are you?
You hear nothing in response. Instead, Iskra, as you look down, there is a small purring feline that is at your boot.
Okay.
Question.
Iskra, I lost Soul. He's not here. The thieves took him.
I sent Mal's with Soul.
Oh, okay. So cat with the snake around it.
Found him.
It's like a chimera now, the snake tail.
Little snake belt.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Soul and damn it, Mal's are fused, and Iskra's just staring at him. Oh no, he's just gonna kill me.
Soul, cat,
Banan,
and
how
mouse.
did you get here? I'm gonna pick up Soul.
Perfect. As Soul kind of looks up at you with the cat disdain, and then kind of just like nuzzles his head into you. Like, Kelsey, it's like,
Just sit here for a moment. I will be right back.
and he kind of like dives back in amongst the people and kind of like disappears out of sight quickly.
I try to keep an eye on where he's going.
Okay, make a perception check.
You have your goggles on?
No, because I've had the wooden reptile mask.
Oh.
I couldn't keep them both on. 19.
19.
Actually rolled kind of high this time.
Nice. As you do that, you can see him kind of dart in between people and kind of head to the edges of where the kind of like patio section of this tavern is, and he does one of those things where he kind of like walks behind a person and is just gone. He doesn't come out the other side.
Oof,
Okay.
abandoned.
Just kind of vanishes for a minute, and in that moment, you guys, Sonder, are you still staying up on the roof?
No, I'd gotten down
Okay.
to get to Soul, and if he's not there, and Iskra said that she found him, then I'll just head that direction. Nonchalant though, like
Sure.
casual looking.
I'm just gonna relay to everyone what I heard the imp say,
Okay.
that they're looking for suspicious people.
And as you guys kind of find your position, you guys see flying overhead this massive winged bunch of imps that just kind of swirl in these mad circles around different sections of the city and then just keep moving, searching different areas.
Probably not a great time to be outside.
Yeah, I'll head
If
inside.
I- If I quickly ping north, no names, just asking him if he's still breathing and see what happens. Still got the spies member. Might as well try and use it while we're here during all the chaos. Just going to switch to the other call.
The other line.
Hold, please.
Hey,
We
kid,
wait.
you still breathing?
No response.
What was that? Stopwatch?
And I heard that too.
Mm-hmm.
Time goes by
No
so
response.
slowly.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything, and yeah, maximum worry. We got to make a move very quickly.
Are you just doing this over the telepathy?
Yeah,
to
that's
everybody?
why I was doing this for the group call,
Yeah,
the party line.
Okay, so I'm just making sure because this is
Yep.
God, that this goes to everyone.
What do you mean there's nobody? He's not responding?
Yeah, I don't know what that means, if he's trying to be quiet or he's down. If he's down, we don't got much time.
Considering the explosion, it's entirely possible that there would be nothing left for me to put back together.
Maybe, but we should find that out before making the assumption.
Kindred, what are your reaction to all this?
I am legit like Doctor Strange, like going back and forth. Do I stop to try to scry on him? Do I keep trying to rest? Do I trance? And I'm just like, at the moment, I'm just inner monologuing, debating what to do. I'm silent.
Hello, conscious, my old friend.
Kindred, is there a spell you can do to see if he is still alive?
If I respond, is that gonna like break my trance?
I mean, I don't know. Elven trance is weird, so I would say it's not gonna.
I mean,
like,
it would break the trance, but it wouldn't necessarily break the
your
long
long
rest.
rest. Yeah, because you're not doing anything super crazy.
Okay.
DM discretion advised.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know if I'm like coming up to a point where I'm gonna break.
Yeah.
But I can scry again, but that would.
I mean, to be completely fair, you have only been in this.
Oh yeah,
cool
like
trance for
maybe
like
30
20
minutes at most.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so it's not too.
Yeah.
a ways off still.
Exactly. But as of right now, my capabilities are very limited. But I mean, I could try to scry on him again. What do I got?
I'll be broadcasting out to everyone too.
Are you gonna go over to where Iskra is at this
Yeah.
open place?
While I'm going, also just kind of looking at the sky, hoping I don't get taken off.
Yeah, they're not like winged flying monkeys like size where they're just like snatching people, but they are just flying around and like trying to see if they can find anything. What they are looking for necessarily is unclear, but they just kind of are swarming around and flying about and spread out over different areas. You can see from as you are walking that there are some that are kind of like flying in and amongst the harbor boats. There are some that they're just kind of spread over the entirety of the city like a bunch of flocks of starlings.
Seagulls.
Yeah.
So my
Really?
room, of course, is like the windows and stuff are shut, but I just want to be like, Fanch, mind batting down the hatches and turning the lights off? Where is she?
Sure. From shouting out from somewhere on the ship.
Thank you.
I was about to say, please make her respond so he doesn't respond to your lack of response with, see, I told you we should have killed her.
I was on the bog. What's your problem?
All right. So, what are you doing? Sonder, you were going to say something. What was it?
Yeah. We have flying imps, so just be careful. Let the crew know.
I see them coming, the little bastards. I'd want to shoot those fuckers down.
Hey guys, I can reach out in 2 ways. But if I can't reach him, it's safe to assume the worst.
Well, we need to know before we move.
Okay. Stand by.
I'm just gonna use the spyglass to
Make a perception check for me.
Yes.
advantage rate or no?
It's-
Because I'm using spyglass.
Yeah. You have dark vision, right? Or no?
I do.
Then yes.
If you want to hand it to me for Devil's Sight,
I mean, I rolled a nat 20.
well then, never mind me.
Never mind me.
I didn't
my
want to
drag,
help
right?
you anyway.
Anyway, so 27.
27.
What's your ASMR see?
As you
I see an ass.
As you, from this height, you can just barely make out what appears to be an entranceway on the far end of this courtyard inside the walled gates. It is the source of where that orange glow is coming from, as it looks like one of the doors that leads to this entrance has been, like, the doors are both, like, opened, and one of them looks slightly torn apart and like hanging off like a hinge, as it looks like something had exploded from the inside outwards. But the door itself and chunks of the wood seem to be alight and on fire. And that's what's causing a little bit of that orange glow. You can see that there are various individuals running around the inside of this space, extending hands outwards, and the fire is starting to like quickly dissipate and vanish.
Well, they have a few casters in there, that's for sure. I'm broadcasting this out, by the way.
Okay.
Do they seem to be giving off any true level of power?
They're just putting out fire for now. But whatever it was, it's in the main courtyard.
But we can handle walking fire extinguishers, but on the other hand, if we are to deal with anything of greater power, we may want to be prepared.
I'll keep an eye out still, just let's see what Kindred can see.
Which, to that effect, Kindred, what do you see?
Okay. So I'm actually going to take my spies armor out because I don't want distractions. I've already got enough voices in my head, and added 8 more. I don't need anything else.
I feel your pain.
I dropped a spell. No. I'm going to once again make sure all my lights are off. I'm gonna look at Plume and be like, "Oh, please! I hope this works for everyone's sake." And I'm gonna go through my book again and look for it and be like, I hope the body that you came from is still alive somewhere. And I'll take my orb out and place the hair on top of it as I try to scry on north.
Okay. Go ahead and make I make the roll.
He does with minus 15 from whatever he rolls.
Your vision fades to black. And you stretch out with the arcane. You can feel yourself being pulled into this your scrying orb. And just as it does countless times before when you try and reach into a vision, you have that sense of weightlessness. And what you see before your eyes is not that is coming from you. It flickers and fades, shuddering in darkness. Almost like peering through fog, but this fog is black, inky. You see the briefest form of a body on the ground. Around it, glowing embers of red and yellow and orange. The body doesn't move. The sounds coming from around it are shouts, screams, orders being given. You can hear Thayan voices. Put the fires out! This vision shudders and shimmers once again, and darkness seems to take the sight from you, almost like smoke passing in front of your vision. But the body lies still. And another body steps up over it, kneels down beside it, places a hand on its chest, and then stands. And with one word, a raging small beam of red and yellow light swirls around pointed fingers before it flies into the body.
Do I know what this possible spell was?
Your mind starts to think about it as the vision fades completely and is gone. You have once done something similar to a guard many, many years ago. A firebolt.
Whoa.
Yep.
Oh.
But the vision is jerked back to reality and you find yourself in your room. And it was not 10 minutes. You know that for a fact. It had just started.
I just take a few minutes to compose myself and just look at Plume like, how am I going to tell them this? I can't tell them what she did. About 5 minutes pass by and I'll put my spice armor back in. And has telepathy coming up on its cusp by now, or
Is this for what?
it's an hour? It's an hour.
An hour? You probably still have another 15 minutes or so. Maybe 10.
Okay. This is telepathy for me.
Perfect.
Guys, I found him.
How is he?
Well,
Pienta.
let's just say he gave that bitch a run for her money. But in the end, she got him.
I look up to Galil with kind of a sunken expression.
How long do we have?
Got him. Not captured, but
No, he's not on this plane anymore.
Like,
Is there
the
still
body's
a
gone?
body?
Mine kind of goes back to the vision of a charred humanoid body.
I do not say that though to y'all.
No.
That's Aaron. No.
Yeah.
Don't put my words in my mouth.
There was one north-sized briquette.
Oh no.
also missing like a bunch of him from being almost disintegrated earlier.
Oh, right.
He almost got Thanos.
Not about that.
I don't think there's going to be much to recover to bring him back this time.
I look at Renan and mentally say, how much do you need of a person to be able to bring them back?
I need an intact body with the organs there. If he is missing an arm, it will not regrow, but he will be alive. As long as everything is there to keep him alive after, then he would be fine. There's no telling if it's intact enough.
We need to get eyes on it. If there's anything left to save.
Does anybody have the ability to use or grant invisibility for a limited time?
Yeah.
Kendra does.
Hmm?
Oh.
What?
I can do it.
Well, if you can shrink me down again, Khalil, and if you can grant me invisibility, I may have enough time to make it in and out unnoticed.
Are y'all saying this on the telepathy or in person?
I'm just talking to them.
Yeah,
Okay.
it won't be much, but you only have a minute. You think you can fly that fast?
I calculate from the way from the hole to me. What do I think, Aaron?
What's your fly speed?
50?
I'm trying to see if enlarge reduces that first before I do that.
If you can do it again.
Fly's probably gone.
No.
No, if it reduces my speed, my fly
Yeah,
Oh, to be reduced.
I'm trying to see that first.
I don't think.
Okay, no, it's only the
would s-
damage.
Yeah.
tiny legs
speed.
move so fast.
Guys,
Yeah,
your
speed, you can.
silence is making me think you're thinking of something stupid. Please don't do this.
What do you
How many
think?
people can you turn invisible?
Me?
Talking to Graham. Talking to Ardren.
We're still not
I hate when I do
responding to
that.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can make a total of 4 invisible.
For how long?
All of us go in.
Can do it for an hour.
Mine would be the fastest, but if you do it that way and we do decide that we are going to rescue his body, then at least we can all be invisible long enough to get him out.
Yeah, but then I'd have to cast it on whatever's left to be able to do it. Because otherwise it's just a floating corpse.
Stranger things have happened. I'm certain the Thayans would agree.
Maybe not at a fresh, high profile explosion.
Okay, let me make light out of a dangerous situation just once. Thank you.
Out of character, the Iron Shadow already made light of North.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I do.
Didn't really
I'm
make
so
light
sorry.
out of nothing. He's kind of dead weight now.
You're horrible.
Is he watching the stream tonight, Aaron?
Yes.
I think he is.
He's just like, come on, Graham.
I was waiting. I'm so hoping. he's
Oh,
watching.
there he is.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Easy breezy cover girl.
No, you
and
don't
I
want to
start saying
breezy.
this-
Then we can't find the rest of him. He'll blow away.
I start saying this internally. If I could get up to him invisible, I could just teleport away rather than risk being seen flying away.
Indeed.
Oop, did we lose Renan?
Kindred,
No, we
stop
just-
having a panic attack. We have an semblance of a plan. We will update you.
Tell me the plan, and
Once
I'll
we're
tell you
in the
how it's going to
works.
work, because I saw his body and saw what's around it. And I can tell you who's guarding him, what's guarding him, and how many are guarding him.
We will be invisible. They will be fine.
How are you going to pry the parts of a body from Luthra herself? Out of her hands.
That would have been helpful information to have.
Thank you, Kindred, for that useful tidbit.
Ooh, it wasn't Luthra. Cuckoo. Oh, I know that, but I'm telling y'all it's
Oh.
Luthra.
Okay.
Really?
See you.
Executive
See you.
decision.
Wow.
You are not the executive, sir.
I am in this situation. Ma'am. No.
Inside check,
There-
because I never trust Kindred anyway.
There are
It's a really low
Thayans.
DC.
It's a really low DC.
there are Thayans everywhere, running about everywhere. Their guard is up. There's no way they're not going to detect y'all with a simple invisibility spell. And then once you do, y'all are fucked.
I have to agree. I understand the compulsion, but you don't think that they'd be ready for something like that?
You guys.
So are you
Especially
guys
if-
saying to just leave him and not go?
I want to get him back to attempt more than anyone, but I'm not going to be stupid about this. This is an amaranth. This is a master of blowing things up that are huddled together, and if y'all go in invisible, that's just asking for it.
I only have 8 hours before my fate says that I can no longer resurrect him. I will leave those decisions up to you, all of you then.
Oh, intact is the body, Kindred. Would it be worth it? Would he want to live?
Weird question.
Yeah.
And North, since you're in chat, hearing North's past conversations and talking about soldier life, past life, could I do an insight check to see, was he apathetic about having a second chance or not? Like, does that make sense?
Was he kind of just like, whatever?
Yeah. North?
Cool, I'm back.
Yeah, like,
Yep. A militarized absurdist? Is that what he's supposed to be?
Sonder. North had kind of kept to himself a lot of what
I know, that's
his
why it's
thoughts,
like-
especially aside from keeping to himself a lot, kept a lot of his thoughts to himself. I don't think at any one point he had said anything to make you believe one way or the other about having had a second chance to, aside from wanting to keep this from happening to anybody else.
okay. One thing I have that others don't is watching his interaction with his grandma. How did that feel? If I think about that, looking at his genuine reactions, having a second conversation with her.
It was a strange mix of things. Only because it was like he remembered her and what she was supposed to be to him. But there were still aspects that were not fully there at the time. So he hadn't had his full memories of himself. He just knew that who she was to him and that she was important to him. So it was like there was a tenderness there and a kindness there and a love there, but at the same time there was a disconnect, as it was like, I know that I'm supposed to have these feelings towards you.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. Okay, so Sandra, would you ask me again now? I'm sorry.
You're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Is his body intact? Would he want to be alive?
I feel like he would want to be. I'm not just saying that as anyone would want to be alive, but I mean, we're lucky if we can maybe find his cloak intact.
One of the last, that same flashback of the event, of that moment of that firebolt striking his body, and kind of seeing that burst, just for the moment, burst of white light before it was gone. You can only imagine.
Arjun, can you send your friend back?
That might be a little bit of a risk, but I think there's some others nearby that I can hone in on. If I understood Aaron correctly earlier.
Yeah, it was kind of more in the vicinity of the neighborhood you guys are standing in, more so than.
So he's going to try and reach out to something nearby.
Reach out, touch faith.
Okay.
Yeah, can you do that? Let me know. Let me know who it is.
Feeling alone
where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Kindred, my resurrection magic is not capable of fully regenerating an entire body. I only have the ability to heal what I have present. If he's missing parts of himself, then perhaps it would be better to just leave him in peace.
I have a very meta question about this.
Sure.
I feel like Arjun knew that Saul was learning how to do like proper
Yada, yada,
resurrection
yada.
from Vian.
Mhm.
Is that correct, or am I overinterpreting?
Yeah, you should know.
Okay.
Learned it. So if you found a body,
Well, Renan, I feel, and I'm not doubting your capabilities, but this has gone beyond you, and we need to look and ask Soul what he remembers what they did with me. Is Soul with y'all still?
he's a cat right now, so
Those of you who are on the roof, Renan, Arjun, and Renan, Arjun, Galil, as you guys are having this discussion, kind of looking at each other and having a staring contest as all the telepathic communication is going on, you're startled suddenly by more flutterings as another bunch of those creatures are flying back towards the fortress. As you can see now that many of them have started massing above the fortress, swirling in this massive cloud that is now starting to, like, you can see a couple of them just dive bomb and like disappear into different little holes and openings in the fortress itself, as they just seem to be returning. Thunder.
That's not a good sign. Or perhaps it is.
Go ahead, Thunder.
I'd wanted to say earlier when while Kindred was doing the scrying, instead of going inside, I'd look around to see if there's anyone outside and try to like huddle them into the indoors.
Sure. And as in doing so, I mean, you see that these imps aren't the size to be able to carry off anybody, but they just seem to be kind of like looking to see whom and what they see out and about still.
Okay. Once I see that everyone's in, then I will head inside.
Okay.
We need to at least try. I'd rather just get him and fail at bringing him back than just leaving him there.
You realize, wait, that's one finger. Spice Murmur?
So what you're saying is you want me to use two fingers?
No, I'm asking which one are you doing because I don't want to respond in
He's
that
used to
game.
the fist.
Oh God. Because he doesn't have his spies murmur in. So if you're talking via spies murmur,
Oh, I put it back in now,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I just
okay.
at that
don't even
moment
think
I
we're-
wanted calm.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing the mental thing.
Also, yeah. I think if I recall, the spies murmurs don't really work from where the fortress
far away.
is to the harbor, because that was before Arjun had to get a little closer to get a message to.
Oh yeah,
Kindred.
can you hear me now?
So it's only telepathy.
Can you hear me
that's
now?
work.
Good.
At the distances that you guys are at, probably telepathy might actually be the only way that you guys can communicate, unless you are in that close vicinity with each other.
Well, my spell's reaching its limit and I'm gonna lose contact with y'all, but I will say if you fail, your failure means death. I will say this. Now, maybe we can come back for him another day, but failure now means death. What would Vian say?
Is it worth sacrificing other party members for the sake of one who is already dead?
My concern is what they're going to do to him after. Death is not the worst thing that can happen at Thay.
Very true, but we don't need
And
to
what
hand
they
over
can
more
glean
us.
out of him in the aftermath.
That's true.
There's
Indeed.
multiple reasons to go back for him.
So it's settled. We're going for him.
I suppose so.
And call on me.
It-
Khalil left chat.
Iskra.
Well, Renan, I hope you can make some fog again, because y'all are gonna need it. And then spell fades.
Arjun will be having used some of that conversation to regain a single spell slot.
quickly do you regain spell slots?
I have an item that lets me do that once a day, or once a short rest.
All right.
And he's also a
As you
warlock.
guys,
So
as you guys plot your very next move to see what is going to happen next, we're gonna go ahead and go on break, as it is 9 o'clock. So,
Oh, shit.
We're gonna go ahead and
Don't-
break the group up even more as they die.
as we see what happens next, don't go
I did
anywhere.
see what happens. They die.
We will be right back. Give us like 10 minutes to refill our mugs and empty
Our spell slots.
ourselves. To refill our spell slots. Yes, indeed.
Through the bush.
I will forever keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, we are back. Woo! Or whatever. And we have more drama, I guess. As now the party has discovered
The
North's
fate
apparent
of the crispy potato.
the fate of the crispy potato is now what we're going to call
Twice
this
baked.
episode. So the fate of the twice baked potato is what we're going to call this episode. Was that an inspiration for the name? I think so. I think so.
We don't know what direction to go because we lost it.
Oh.
We lost the only direction we had.
Twice baked
Along with the
potatoes.
game.
On the plus side, twice baked potatoes are very delicious.
they are indeed. Thank you for
A
being
delicacy
delicious.
in Thay.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So, on that note, let's see here. Where are we? You guys, Ardrin, Renan, and Galil, what are you guys doing? As now it seems apparent that things are,
About to get mildly out of hand.
yes.
can you
Are all
use
of us
your
going?
friends?
Oh, right. We're doing that still. Right. You didn't tell me if I had access to any of them right this second.
Wait, what?
Aaron, spiders nearby.
Oh, yes. Then yes, you do. There are
I'm just
several.
going to do
you
the
kinda
archer thing to
reach-
Galil and just be like, glug, glug, glug.
As you kind of reach out with the circlet,
Mhm.
you can sense once again this many tiny pinpricks of existence on some of the buildings around you, particularly the corners, the dark corners of the roofs and attics.
Well, hi there, little friends. How you doing? I know it's a little scary out tonight, a little toasty, but if you could do me a small favor and just get eyes on kind of the epicenter of that calamity, that would be mighty appreciated.
Make a persuasion check,
Okay.
as these spiders do not know you. You are a stranger
One of them
in their
does.
minds.
Yeah, but one of them's a little bandaged.
You have an ambassador.
Persuasion?
Yeah. You have what?
Ambassador
What'd
pop dart.
Not great. 11.
Of the multitude of voices that are kind of questioning,
Who are you? What is it? What is this? Who are you? Why have you reached into our minds? Oh, what is this?
there are 4.
You want us to look? Where shall we look? Where are we going? We must find outside. The voice, it comes from outside.
Delightful. Remember where that big noise came from a few minutes ago? It's all fire and flash.
The world shudders, the shuddering place.
That'll do it.
You can feel 2 pinpricks of life from the building you are very much in as they scamper through sections of cracked wall.
But
and
not
somehow-
Pop Tart. He's staying in place, right?
That, unless you tell him otherwise.
I am going to keep him in place because he's damaged. He's already taken
And he's,
heat for the team
he
at this
is
point.
our Pop Tart, and we do not further
Yeah,
damage
this
the
Pop Tart's already been in the toaster. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
The two spiders that are in the building that you are in are crawling down, making their way down the wall. What's it called? Rappelling down the side via web is the fastest way they can. Two others coming from beneath one of the adjacent buildings from deep within the basement structure climb and squeeze their way out of cellar doors and start making their way down the alley that you guys had just been in moments before. You sense those 4 little pinpricks of life as they move towards the vast wall that you have before you around the structure.
We go. What are we searching for? What do we see? What are we looking for?
Looking for where the source of that disturbance is. If there's a person at the center of it, and the state of them. God, I cannot sustain that accent tonight.
They continue to move along the walls. Finally, after some moments, as they are small creatures moving as fast as their tiny little feet can take them, going across the space and around where the guards are.
Smash.
The 4 of them maneuver across shadow and around a person, and a guard takes a step back. There are 3 now that continue forward. As 1 did not make it past the gates. The other 3 scamper.
I just pat Pop-Tart comfortingly.
An accident, but still. 3 little creatures maneuver under the large armored gate and into the courtyard beyond. Inside, they tell you,
Many people moving across the courtyard. So many. They are large. There's light, fire. They move quick. We must be cautious.
and they continue to move across the courtyard. I don't know if you have spider sense in the sense of you can see through their eyes, so I'm just gonna.
You're the one that made the circle.
I
That's
know.
up to you.
I was like, I don't think I put any details about that. I think I just put that you can.
I think you spent more
communicate.
time coming up with a name board than with specific powers.
Listen, the circlet of Charlet is a beautiful item. Okay.
You originally titled it Charlet's Web.
Charlet's web. Yeah. Okay. As they continue
Always
through.
knows the location of Zuckerman's famous pig.
Always. Now there are 3.
Well, we are kind of going ham tonight on this, so.
Oh no.
Hey. Because of the 4, I rolled 3. There was like 2 19s and an 18, and then a 1. So that was that. Oh, the 1 they got stepped on. Those next bunch. Oof. They make it to the door.
There are too many. We cannot get inside. The doors are being repaired. We will be spotted. We can try and find another way in, but it will take time.
Do what you can. Appreciate it.
Do you want them to? What are you wanting them to do? Try and find
I
another way
would
in?
like for them to find another way in if they can't get through right there.
I feel like I'm rolling the bones. As they
Who's?
continue, as they continue along the wall, you can sense one moves off on its own to the left, and the other 2 continue off to the right. And the one that is on its own to the left finds a small crack in the obsidian wall and squeezes through the tight space and goes inside.
I have found a way in.
Good job, little guy.
The space is large. Large is the space. This would make a great home. Plenty of nooks and crannies to hide in. I see
Dead people.
human
Ooh, a
people.
bug.
Ooh, a fly.
Lives.
Large creatures move about. One of them is dead. Torn asunder. Part of a crater. The space is hot. I cannot walk on it. It burns.
That's alright. You can fall back anytime you like.
I'm just kidding. He crawls back.
No.
Could I have gotten a sense from him where it is? Because we don't actually have just the other side of the wall.
Yeah, just on the other side of the wall, closest you would imagine to where the door is. Because you can sense that it didn't go that far out. I also didn't really put in here. I think within a mile is what I had put or something for the distance wise. So,
Which is still quite a lot, because we're not that far away from where all this is.
No.
But if I can use the circle to kind of hone in on where that little pinprick was.
make a perception check for me.
That'll be amazing. I suppose the circle doesn't allow for any kind of advantage or anything. It's just straight roll.
Yeah, just a straight roll.
Fair enough. 9. It's just at least 4 of the legs kind of just.
The irony.
It probably, but you can tell it's not that far in, so it's not like it's deep within the structure itself. So, just beyond the door, perhaps. On the other side.
I
But
look to.
you did hear from them, the 3, that there are many in the inside of the gate, as well as several that are inside, just on the inside
I
of the
look
door.
to Renan and Galil, and there's a lot of activity on the other side of that gate, all kind of milling around them.
Do you know what condition he was in?
The word I got was sundered.
I don't know that I can fix that.
Saul might be able to if you learn anything of substance from Vienne, but the real trick is actually getting him in the first place.
True?
Or one very terrible thought. If we can't get him back, is there a way to destroy him so they don't have him?
Well, they would probably be able to detect me once I was in there, certainly. Considering detect magic is a basic wizard spell. But if you can get me eyesight, I may have an idea. I only need to be within 300 feet of the body for this to work.
What do you got in mind?
Well, every time that I come to a new realm, I have to slowly gather belief in Kirstenos in order to gain access to certain abilities. One of which I recently felt return to me. It's how shall I say? It makes shatter look like I've used a small firework.
I, the player, and trying to remember if I've seen him use that.
Use shatter?
Yeah. he
Yeah,
uses
I'm
it-
trying to remember.
He uses it frequently enough, I would say.
Was that what he used on Belravin? Or is that something else?
I think I used it at least once on Velrovin, yeah. And then
Yeah.
I used
Inflict wounds.
inflict wounds,
Hmm.
melting him.
Just like that.
I mean, if you can get within 300 feet without being seen, I could get down to him. I'm just not sure if I could get back.
Well, my point being, if I am within 300 feet of him, I can make certain that the Thayans have nothing to work with.
Is this broadcasted?
No, because I think that spell
Or
The
ended.
spell's gone.
Spell's gone.
Yeah.
And yeah, you two would have known felt that connection to everybody vanish.
Fizzle.
hmm I will say, Ardrin, not to dangle a carrot, but from where you are at to the entrance would probably be about 500 feet.
The entrance, you say, but not to the body.
The body is somewhere beyond. Yeah.
Oh, I've been keeping that in mind.
I just thought I would clarify.
Yeah.
About distance wise, because it's about
Mhm.
100 feet from the line, 150 feet from the line of buildings to the wall itself. Give that another 30 feet or so. We'll say maybe another 50 for the wall itself in thickness. Beyond that would be another couple hundred feet, I would say, to the very front of the structure as it comes up, because it wasn't a very large open courtyard. The walls built very much at the very bottom, as close as they can around it.
Here's a technical question, because this might change something. Does North's body technically count as an object?
No, it does.
Now
Well,
it does.
It's not a creature anymore.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh,
Put it
I
in a
have a
bag of holding.
terrible, terrible fucking idea.
Okay.
As I said, not to dangle a proverbial carrot.
No, because
but-
it's something I've been thinking about how to use for like a week and a half now. Okay. I have a thought. How fast can you fly?
50 feet roughly every 6 seconds.
When you're carrying a person? Like if you were carrying me, is it the same speed?
I just kind of tap on the bracer, what I don't remember what it was called. What was it called? Ring of
Yeah.
Strength or something?
Yeah, it was something that gave you
Band
extra-
of Strength.
Yeah.
Armband of Strength. I kind of tap on that. 50 feet to my friend.
So here's a thought. I hop on your back, we go invisible, shoot straight up, dive bomb down, grab what's left. We can dimension door right out. And we'll be invisible the entire time until we're on the other side.
Well,
And I suppose if we are detected, then we can revert to what I was talking about.
Yeah, as much as I want to save him, I'd rather stop whatever torture they could put him through next.
I agree.
But this is my only idea about how to get him back without fucking over the rest of us in the process.
Very true. Galil, what are your thoughts on this matter?
We really need to see for ourselves, but from what I'm understanding, there's not much left to save of them. Well, if you two go in, I'm at least gonna hunter's mark one of you guys so that way I know exactly where you are.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out just in case and cause a distraction if y'all do need it.
Well, hopefully, one way or the other, we will be in and out unnoticed. And if noticed, then they will be more.
Then we're gonna
concerned with-
noticed.
Hmm?
All right, Icarus, you ready for this ride?
Hold on.
All right, who?
I'm casting Hunter's Mark at 3rd level.
Okay.
Arjun dies immediately.
That was his one weakness.
Well, it's my one weakness. How did you know?
You're gonna hold on to him, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna tap you, Ardrin. So now I'm gonna be able to sense him for a good 8. Is it 8 or 24? 24 hours?
Okay.
Yeah, 24 hours.
Thanks.
This. No, 8 hours. 3rd and 4th levels, 8 hours. 24 hours, 5th. Okay.
Nice.
And I can make us all 3 of us invisible, or actually all 4, because you got Oreo.
Yeah, but me and Oreo are just gonna stay here. You two are gonna be ones going in.
Yes,
yeah,
but
but I'm
take
casting
the
it.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'll do that.
Well, yeah, I'm casting my spell before you do that. Then
Okay.
I'm not gonna pull a Boricor.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right. So, order of events. Ardrin, you have Hunter's Mark on you. Ardrin, you're casting invisibility on you and Renan
And Galil
and Oreo.
and Oreo. Renan is flying you over the wall.
I do warn Galil, if I get a chance to dimension door out, that invisibility will fade immediately. Just be warned.
At least I know what to look for.
So, what does end the invisibility?
Attacking or casting a spell.
That's
So if we kind of just grab him and just dimension door out, we might be visible for a split second, but then we're gone. In theory.
Visible to get in. You're gonna be visible on the way out.
Yeah, I could try.
Do you have
depending
the
on-
capability of casting it again if we need to?
Double check me. I got juice for 2 more spells.
Ah,
Do it.
yes.
That's good.
Oof.
You have a limited number of spells, my friend.
Look, you asked a question. I'm trying to answer that in the least meta way possible. And with your French and Irish accent, I can't figure out which way is which. So, can we just motor?
We're on clock, people. Come on.
Okay. So, as you guys
Pitter
are doing,
patter.
Sonder, Iskra, what are you guys doing?
Leaving the town.
Backing up.
Calling it good. You
Yeah,
know
just-
what?
Just hanging
Campaign
out
over.
This.
in the bar.
You and Sonder together.
Can't wait out here any longer.
And what?
I can't wait here any longer. I need to do something.
Sorry,
Now,
I
what do
feel
you
like a
suggest
lot
we
when
do with
switch this
those
real quick.
things overhead?
There we go.
Maybe
That was really tense.
protect town people. I don't
The
know.
people, well, by this
Figure out
point,
why.
yeah, they have already started to fly back towards the fortress.
Okay. Can I go outside and see if they're like why they were looking for things, but they're already flying back.
They're kind of. You just notice that there are now little clouds of them that are moving back towards the fortress itself.
Let's go back to the ship, perhaps, just to be ready in case we need to make a quick escape.
I suppose so. That Frankie gentleman. I don't know where he went off to.
Right. Also,
kind of over there.
if we do need to make an escape, Hogan is still on the ship. So I don't want him to have a rude awakening in some other Thayan city or in midair. I don't know his life, so I say we try to take him back.
That makes sense.
We can travel on the rooftops to go faster.
I feel like we should probably stick to the ground. If there's things flying around, I'd rather be down here on foot.
Excuse me, lady. Is this a friend of yours?
From like apparently out of nowhere, the little goblin has returned and is now looking at Sonder with disapproving curiosity.
Oh, yes. I met him at the inn that I'm staying at.
Ah, okay. In that case, much better then.
And he kind of just like fixes his top hat.
I am Frankie Kelsey, local around these parts and connoisseur of the Harbor Town area. Are you also
Nice to meet
traveling from Waterdeep?
Yes, we... Ooh, sorry. I totally lost my... Hold on.
Train of thought?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, it's really incredible. We met at this inn, but he's also from Waterdeep. Who knew?
As you can tell
The smile
from-
of like understanding turns to instant concern again, and Frankie leans a little closer to you, Iskra.
Beware. There are sometimes people who try to pretend that they know you. He could be up to nefarious means.
Oh, oh, that's good. Good to know. Thank you.
Do I hear that?
Make your perception check.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you roll really badly, I mean, he is standing right there with you. You hear him whispering for sure.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it's that whisper that's actually way too loud for its own good.
I think you. Yeah.
Cage whispers don't work in real life, Jackass.
Right, yeah.
Are you all right, lady? I know the sudden fluster may have caused a commotion, but sometimes these things happen. It's just
oh.
best to stay out of sight.
So those things are normal then.
As normal as small fiends flying out from a giant obsidian structure can be normal. But in this town, yes.
What is it that they look for?
I don't know.
In case, one of us happens to be suspicious.
His eyes narrow again whenever you say, in case one of us happens to be suspicious.
Like, why would you have to be worrying about being suspicious? You're not suspicious, are you?
No, of course not. I just want to look out for
He leans
suspicious
forward.
people.
And where did you run off to, Frankie?
Trying not to be suspicious. Doing what I do best. Making sure that the citizens of the city are safe.
So they do look for
Can
suspicious.
I insight check that?
Sure.
That was a 18.
Ooh. I'm sending you messages.
I kind of want to just stun strike this guy and leave.
Okay.
dare you call me suspicious? I attack you, sir.
Yeah.
Oops. Oh, well, forget the typos, but you get the idea. I was trying to type as fast as I could. Okay. He leans forward to Sonder.
Maybe it is best that we make our way to your shared abode to make sure that you make it safe, of course.
I'll lean in closer. I was acting this way because I am actually her escort.
He gives you the once over,
Can't share too much.
making his own inside check. Which, whatever.
I mean,
Ooh, I rolled
technically,
really good.
Uh-oh.
technically speaking, it wasn't a lie.
No. He's just
Yeah.
trying to see.
I have,
Then I shall
it's-
aid you both then to return to your place.
right.
It would be my duty and pleasure to do so.
Pleasure, for sure.
You just kind of.
Shall we? Where was this place, by the way, that you are both headed towards?
The cat something.
You both keep mentioning this place called the Cat something.
The-
Wait,
Smelly? Gruesome?
smelly cat.
The smelly
Are you
cat?
staying at the smelly cat?
I believe so. There is a great musician there.
He rubs his little face hairs vigorously.
Have you been?
I know of the place. If it was the smelly cat, you should have just told me so to begin with.
The cat. Yes.
I thought you said you were staying somewhere fancy.
I
we were
said
thinking,
quaint, that we could stay somewhere fancy, but I've chosen not to. I want to live among the people for this travel.
We were thinking about, my usual clientele is at the Salty Prince, but she is special.
See, now there is a place of fine reputation.
And why so?
The Salty Prince? It is the place to stay here in Amrutlar.
See, I told you. Jinx, we should have gone to the Salty Prince.
It is
Well, we could always change
on the
our
opposite
arrangements.
side of town from the
Tell-
smelly cat.
Tell her more about how amazing this place is. I've tried myself, but I think you may sway her.
Dear.
I'm
Have you-
gonna
you have
message
never-
or spies from Sonder real quick while this guy's talking.
Okay.
And so if I miss some of what he's saying, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, there's more to this guy than he's letting on. I don't know whether it's super important or not.
I told you. Yeah, that as well.
And that's all.
Um,
And then there are these salt baths that you would not believe. It would make you float on air.
I
And
don't
it's-
believe that he. I'm worried that he's in a similar position as Luthra. Not as high, but if he says he protects the town, then how do we know he's not like a mayor or something? We should get away.
Why are you two staring at each other?
I mean, he is lovely, isn't he?
We
I
are
suppose.
speaking to each other with our eyes. Have you never done this? Come, look. Look into my eyes.
I would rather not.
Ocean waves. And you have beautiful brown amber eyes.
No, please. No closer. It's fine.
Perhaps
You
not
just
for
kind of like
everyone.
stand, takes a couple of steps back.
You know, since you both know where you need to go, then I will just let you be on your way then.
You were lost not long ago. I had to come looking for you. Jinx, what happened? Then I'll kind of like walk off with her as we do.
You guys leave?
All right.
You guys leave? Okay. All right. So, as you guys leave, Cosnar just stays behind going. Wait, Cosnar? No. Kelsey, I read chat. Like, never mind, I got confused.
Kelsey Frank.
Kelsey, Frankie Kelsey.
Kelsey Grammer.
Yes. Kelsey Grammer.
Well, it has been a farce all night, so.
Hey. All right. So as you guys head back towards the vague direction of the smelly cat, leaving your would-be guide back behind at this tavern, and having heard vague descriptions of the salty prince.
The way that you did that was great.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So we go back over to our daring trio. Now, as the invisibility has been cast,
Look, Maverick.
and let's get some stealthy.
Yeah, so on that note, I'm going to be flying as quietly as I can.
Okay.
Even though we're invisible. Because, guards hearing the wing beats of some gigantic avian creature might be somewhat disconcerting.
All right. So then, Adam and
Who's Adam?
oh my God, Galil and why is Saphira the only words coming to my head? Is not Saphira. It is
Who?
oh no, my brain is broken.
Oreo?
Oreo. Thank
We
you.
knew that.
Wow.
Saphira.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is that a brand of cookie I'm unaware of?
No.
Sephora?
That's a
No.
name I'm unaware of too.
Saphira is someone's pet,
The dragon.
like a real life dog.
Oh
Just
my
popped in
God.
my head. Don't ask me why. So
I thought it was some
Uh,
Texas cookie brand I was too Canadian to understand.
no.
I thought it was just a
goddamn it.
dragon.
Galil and Oreo, you guys are doing what? You are staying behind and waiting, or you are going
We are staying behind,
just in case?
waiting, but I'm focusing on Ardrin.
Okay, yeah, it's keeping the.
As soon as I see something amiss, I'm going to cause the biggest distraction I know. How?
Got it.
Oh no.
All right. I'm sure that won't be bad at all. Renan, Arjun, make stealth
It was
checks
nice
for
playing
me.
with you guys.
Make stealth checks for me with advantage as you are flying out over into darkness. By now, you guys have noticed that the majority, if not all, of the flying creatures have now dipped back inside of the structure.
26.
26.
21. I actually suck at stealth checks. I've been doing really well today, all things considered.
But it's at least nighttime.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, you guys are good.
Well, the other thing
Alright.
is with Devil's Side, am I able to notice any of them looking our way in case we screw this up?
Make a perception check then.
So
Okay.
to be down 3 party members instead of 1.
This night did not go as planned. Don't worry. Of all of the rolls that I just said, I got 3 1s in there. So
Yay!
At least they can fly and teleport away.
Yep.
15 if you didn't hear.
Our escape clause is pretty solid. Pretty solid.
It's whether or not they make it in there first.
Yeah. Hey, we don't have to make it in. We just have to make eyesight within 300 feet.
This is cool.
If we do make it in, great. If not, not my problem.
all right. Flying overhead, it would seem that the guards, those patrolling along the tops of the wall, do not take any notice of you as you leap and fly over or into the air. You manage to only do more of a glide than you do like the need for flapping of your wings to kind of keep you aloft. And those that you do, you manage to do very gently to where they don't create as much noise. And you sail overhead and look down into the opening courtyard between the obsidian structure, obsidian structure and the walls. You can see the gates that lead in are closed, or the doors that lead into the building itself are closed. What are you wanting to do?
He's the one driving. It's his decision.
And I don't see any windows that could see into that room.
Make a perception check as you start needing to kind of alter your course to start flying around the obsidian structure, the obsidian fortress. Ardrin, I will say that from where you're being held, you can see that there are still various soldiers and other people moving about the inner courtyard. Some of them seem to be still working on repairing the door at the front. Run on. Would you roll?
26.
Do you want to bank left or bank right?
Well, we're trying to see if we can make it so north isn't left behind, so we'll go right.
Nice. Banking over to the right as you start maneuvering around the structure and the various large spires that like twist and carve their way into the air around you like clawed fingers. You can see that there does seem to be some semblances of windows, not so much, but openings and gaps where you had seen some of those winged creatures dive into moments ago. Some of them almost looking like balconies and doorways, just open air, open to the several hundred feet that would be to fall to its base. This building is, say not pockmarked, but is covered every so often with these open spaces, as if built with the pure intent of quickly being able to fly out of it or fly into it.
But only if you're small?
No, not all necessarily. Some of them, like I said, are balcony size, so it's just like a cut into the side of it to where like you can see it's connected to a floor beyond.
And I can't see through the windows? Or through the openings into that room?
This is more, not so much, because this is more of a just seeing, like, as you're flying and keeping everything kind of looking about all over, you just know that you can see that they are there, but you'd have to have a more concentrated look, or maybe get closer to those openings to see what's on the inside. At quick glance, you just see that there is space for you to land if you need to, or would so desire.
Heading towards the area where the explosion had come from, were there any openings over there?
These would seem to be several stories up from the opening, and a couple, maybe at most 60 to 70 feet back from where the entrance is on the front. So you're like already kind of coasting up along the side, and then it's where you see that there are these entrances. But there are none that are like directly above or where that door is, aside from the door itself.
Gotcha. I'm thinking. I'm going to head over towards where that door was, and try to quietly bring us down right there.
In the front door?
Was the front door where the explosion was?
Yes.
I thought it was okay. But then I suppose so, because there are still people working on it, right?
Yes. It is currently closed, but they look like they are trying to mend and repair it with some like engineers that are there, overseen by some mages and some of the soldiers. There's a fair amount of people there in the front.
Okay, then I wouldn't land.
I would figure not.
Yeah. Well, shit.
They're starting to approach the backside of this structure and can see the various spires that continue to shoot outwards at this odd angle, and now the large plateau wall. Why does plateau not sound right? But plateau wall that is like the back of this structure.
Cliff?
Yeah.
And Arjun, what did you say was what would break us out of invisibility?
Attacking or using a spell.
So I'm going to, despite the air just loud enough to get him to hear me with like my head right next to his. I don't know where we should land. This is going to be a complex maneuver no matter what we do.
I just try to steer him from where, or not steer him, but try to guide him to where I understood the spider could see him from.
And that would be
could see the corpse from.
back behind you now.
Mm.
And it was closer towards the front of the structure, closer to the door where the door was at.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put him down there and land as quietly as I can.
Okay.
So am I understanding that we're on the other side, or?
I mean, if you fly back around, like you guys were already approaching the back side of the building, so I'm assuming he's coming back around to fly forward again towards the front to leave you by the front door.
Because for some reason I thought this was like this led into a courtyard, so this may be where I screwed up.
Because basically the courtyard is what I referred to as what was on the inside of this wall. The inside of the wall that surrounds the structure, the fortress itself. There's like the fortress that sticks out of the cliff. There's like a courtyard that is between the fortress and the wall. That is the courtyard that I was describing. Or when I say courtyard, that's what I was talking about, the inside of that space.
I thought you had said that it was partially blown out from the explosion, but
the door had been.
That's what I.
The door had been.
Yeah, that's what I also got out of it.
The door of the fortress had been partially blown out. That's what Galil had seen. But it was not blown up completely. It was just blown up enough to where like one of the doors was off its hinges and they were already starting to repair it and fix it and put it back into place. Galil.
I'm gonna use Spice Glass and peer in to where I can sense Ardred.
Okay. So you kind of using the spy's glass can follow a empty space, but you have a feeling that you're looking directly at him.
Yeah, just see what I can see, just in case.
All right, what are you boys doing?
Getting pin cushioned. I assume.
That's a raven.
What are you guys doing, Renan?
All right, guys.
I put him down. He's the stealthier one.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
You're good. You didn't miss anything too crazy.
Yeah, welcome back.
Sure,
Yeah,
I feel like-
the crazy
I feel like
stuff's gonna
everyone's
happen
dead.
now.
It's about to. Now it's gonna happen. Yeah.
All
Not everyone.
You land on the ground just
Just
outside
two
the front
people.
door.
Mm-hmm.
Renan, are you
The door
landing
that
with
is-
him? The door that is being repaired right now.
Yes, I
The
would
door,
land.
the door leading into the fortress.
It's not fully closed. It's more like kind of slightly ajar, blown out.
Yeah, they're just repairing the door currently, trying to get it back on its hinges and fixing the damage from the explosion.
Okay, fuck it. Let's do this. Gonna try and sneak on through.
All right.
Go through that laser defense grid.
Make it sound like a dying giraffe.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check for me then.
At least it's with advantage because this.
You're invisible. Yes.
Yeah.
And after putting him down, I'm also going to like try to hold on to the back of his shirt.
What did we put down? Oh God.
23.
Guess I need to make one too.
Yes.
But it's advantage. You're okay. I believe in you.
I don't. Okay. Maybe I do. 22. Ow!
Does he say that right in the middle of trying to stealth on through?
In
Oh.
this
He steps on an
That
errant
doesn't
nail.
count. Leave me alone.
in this space around the front door, there are 5 soldiers and what appears to be 2 mages, dressed in red, but not looking like the type of ostentatious mage that you would come to expect from like a high-level red wizard, but dressed in red nonetheless. They seem to be overseeing a few hobgoblins that are currently in the process of lifting and affixing to the door various planks of wood and steel plating to kind of reinforce the door from where it had been blown open.
Where it
As-
had been blown.
Go
As
on.
much as my desire to know more intensifies, I want to pay more attention to where I'm going rather than
I'm just
rubbernecking
saying,
at this and
just-
crashing into them.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm
what's
just letting you
like-
know intent.
Yeah. Well, this is just generally what you have like in front of you as you kind of carefully walk your way towards where the door is open, leaving a gap of about 4 feet from the one closed door to the one that is open. You can see on the inside, just on the immediate inside of the door, that it is blackened and charred as if by some fire. The ground and the door itself. And as you navigate closer to the door, you're able to see into the monolithic inside of this obsidian fortress. Did you squeeze through the opening?
Gone this far.
You both carefully maneuver. Renan, as you feel Ardra kind of shuffle sideways and into it, you can feel both of you like that tense moment of being this close to enemies and having to almost hold your breath as you're moving cautiously.
When you shoot someone in Skyrim, but then you crouch and so they don't see you.
In the wind.
Must have been my imagination.
You can
Or was
see
sticking out his head.
You can see the 2 red wizards that are standing there seem to be in conversation. As some of the guards that are there are now facing outwards, just kind of looking out, not really looking at the door itself. One of the hobgoblins that is affixing panels to the door again drops the tool, and you freeze, Renan, as the hand reaches down for the tool that is inches from your foot. And as he retrieves his tool, his attention still focused on the door, he pulls his hand away, mere hair's breadth from touching your foot. As you continue to like side shuffle your way into the door, just so very cautiously. On the inside and on the immediate entrance to this fortress, the multi-leveled inside, you can see that directly on the inside there are a few more of these hobgoblin soldiers kind of not really at attention, but kind of keeping an eye on the inside of the fortress itself. And there before you, the blackened circle of what you would imagine had been the cause of this explosion.
Body.
But there is no body.
Hmm.
There are bits.
So like a pile of ash or anything.
There are bits of charcoaled, burned material, but nothing that would seem to resemble a body. More like pieces of like fallen charcoal and ash. Above, you can see in the multiple layers that there are dozens of those creatures that you had seen flying out, just like sitting like vultures and birds lined up on the edges of these floors above, and on various little roofs, roosts up in the top corners, almost like huddled together like little masses of bats. You can see the movement of the leather wings as they kind of just hide up in the corners. And walking amongst these various storied sections, more humanoids, some of them soldiers, some of them red wizards, moving about in this massive space, but no direct sign of North or his body.
I just kind of tug on the shirt towards the door.
You'll just reach back and silently pat the hand in understanding and kind of just try and push everything back out, because if we can't see him, we're just fucking about.
Make a stealth check.
Andrew,
for
shut
me.
the fuck up.
Make a
Say
stealth check.
anything.
Make a stealth check for me as you are leaving the premises.
But if I was to say I told you so, I guess now would be the point where I would say I told you so.
Do you have anything of value to offer to the discourse?
That sounds pretty valuable to me.
Thank you. Thank you. I give Iskra inspiration. Where's all my points? She takes them all.
What did you guys roll for stealth as you guys exit? You
I
both
got a
had
22 again.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Lucky sons of bitches. As
Captain.
you scoot back out the door from which you came, Ardrin, you arguably you are probably the last one to scooch out, and you are like just taking that last step when the door shuts just beside you. One of the engineer hobgoblins like stand and stretch.
I think we have done it for now. We can do more extensive repairs come morning.
And the two red wizards kind of move over to them and kind of start inspecting the door, just as you are now kind of moved off and over to the side.
Pushing back.
You guys kind of stick to the
We're
edges
just
as best
slowly
you can.
reverse weaving our way through the yard.
Serpentine.
One of the guards kind of turns his head in your general direction, but doesn't see anything, and then
Whose
kind of
footprints are
goes,
these?
yeah, he rolled high enough. He rolled an 18, so he rolled enough to like sense something, but didn't see anything, and then just kind of went back.
So in Orin, I would like to say, winds I call upon you, I am in need of your assistance.
Okay.
Going to grab Ardrin and
Oh, this is nice.
Oh, it's so cute. And hopefully, if the winds pick up, great. If they don't, then we take off, and I am going over the wall and out.
Oh.
It would,
Thank you for
however.
the subscription, Cosnark. Cosnark, will you do me a favor? Roll in the chat a D100 for me.
Ooh.
I think
I
you have
know
a
what
card.
his rolls are like. This is going to be terrible.
Just put exclamation point D100. Or whoever.
Oh no.
Grand
no.
Grand Akatsuki, you can do it too. Whoever does, anybody besides one of the players. There you go. No, like D1 and the 100 next to each other. Sorry, I should have
No
specified.
space.
No
No,
space.
you did really good. Yeah, no space. You did really good.
Put that D right up in there.
Thank you. Oh no, Styles doesn't count. Styles doesn't count. Dang it, I think it's on a cooldown now. Oh, there, Dreamy did it. 82.
That's bad.
The 20s now.
When he's not, we should
I'm
keep
not,
it
I'm
What is
not
the
silent.
original?
angry. You were, player.
And it is himself. Well,
Yeah.
has to
That's fine. That's fine.
Maybe his soul is assisting us.
Oh,
Program-
20
program-
again.
Oh, we got two 20s. We're
It's
going
meant
with
to
20,
be.
I guess.
be. Yeah.
All right. That's amazing. We'll go. Yeah.
20 is
we'll
normally good in D&D, right?
go. Right.
Beautiful thing about speaking Orin is it already sounds like it was just the wind anyway.
Right. A little bit of a wind kind of starts picking up. Sure. Not a lot to where it would hide maybe the initial flapping of your wings. But the wind kind of
No,
picks up a
but
little bit.
enough to carry away the sound of the rest of it.
Possibly. You just quickly pick up Ardrin and flap as quickly as you and as quietly as you can and head up over towards the wall. Make a stealth check for me once again as you guys leave with advantage.
For some reason, 18 is my roll, and I get a +4. I got another 22.
Perfect. You guys fly up
17.
over the edge as Galil, you can sense them move your direction. Back on the ship.
Yay.
There's a loud noise that comes from one of the berths close to where you're at, Kindred. And a roar of anger.
It was the duck.
Oh.
You hear the door slam open. Where is that elf? You hear one of the other doors open. You're like partial breaking of wood.
Oh, my door!
You hear another door open.
It's okay. Self-repair. Self-repair.
Kindred
Where
just
are you?
invisibility.
So
Finally, the door.
Galil's door
Hands.
is. He's next
If I
to.
recall, it's adjacent to you. It's literally next door.
Yeah, well, he went to the one directly across, and then the one next
Okay.
to that. And
When
now
I hear
there's
the-
banging on the door as he
When
tries
I
to
hear
open the
that,
handle.
I'm going to cast. Where is it at? Goddamn. Where's it at? Spell slots. Upcast it. So, me and Plume go invisible, and I just hold my breath.
The door bangs again. Is your door locked or is it open?
Yeah, it's locked. I made a point to make that clear.
Ooh, inspiration to Kindred. Nice.
Wait, who did that? Traitor!
Dreamy.
Dreamy.
Inspiration to Ogan.
All the festivity.
The victim.
The door shoves again. You can hear the wood kind of crack and break as Ogin's large body is trying to bust the door down.
Quickly unlock it real quick.
Flies over.
Can I give inspiration to Ogan? I want to see how this plays out.
You can.
Oh no.
It's on a
Only
cooldown
one
of
player
45
depth
minutes.
per session. Gotta keep your players on your toes.
Well, technically, North died last session.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're on a new session, so we're fine.
Yeah, blood gods need their tribute.
The door breaks again as he like uses his entire body to try and shove it open, and finally the door swings open wide, and this hulking figure of Ogun fills up the entire doorway. Meanwhile, Sonder and Iskra, what are you guys doing?
You want to like walk towards the smelly cat and then make an L turn,
I'm just gonna follow wherever Saunders taking me.
Okay.
and then Soul and Mal's are like following behind her.
Yeah, I would imagine either following behind or in your arms.
Just wanna make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm carrying.
Okay.
I'll have
Well,
I'll have
Mouse
Soul
will
in
be
my.
looped on me somewhere, and
Alrighty. Perfect.
Okay. So let's I want to head towards that way and then just make sure that that guy's not following us.
Make perception check.
Okay. Can I make a perception check as Soul
yeah,
as well?
I'll keep my eyes open too for what that's worth.
Go for it. Make a perception check.
16.
Yeah, back to my old ways. 9. I knew it couldn't last.
Oh no.
9. Huzzah!
And then Soul
Oh, wait, what are y'all doing?
got stats.
All right.
Where would that be? Oh, here we go.
Just to make sure that they're not being followed.
Can I roll a perception check for Mouse with his blind sight?
Within 10 feet? Sure.
Mm-hmm. In case he's
Wait, so we have
invisible.
Cat here.
Perception. What's that? Perception is wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 11.
Nothing for Miles.
Okay.
Iskra.
I got
and
a 15
15 for Iskra. I mean 15 for Sonder
for Thunder.
and 9 for Iskra.
Yes.
Then-
You guys occasionally looking over your shoulders, checking the shadows of the alleyways as you make your roundabout way back towards the harbor.
I'm trying to be nonchalant about it, so that's probably why I did so poorly.
And then Soul got a 15 as a cat to see if he can smell or hear Frankie Kelsey. Since he probably got a good smell of him when we were in the bar together.
Nothing seems to pique any of your radars as you make your way back to the ship.
Okay.
Renan, Galil, Ardrin, you get back to where Galil is waiting for you on the roof. What are you guys doing?
Very quietly whisper, Goyle.
Yeah. So you're back. Okay, good. Oh. What? Brief
There
me, what did
wasn't-
y'all see?
There wasn't a body.
Well, we know that for a fact, so just leaving him for...
I don't know if that's because there was nothing left of the strike, or they carried away what was left.
We're going to have to be on high alert. What?
At least he did not know the location of Atet.
Well, it moved, so we're good. Has he even been to a Tet, by the way?
Nope.
Briefly.
Was he?
I
No,
don't think
no, he
so.
wasn't. Because you guys had left Atet before you got to. He'd only met you guys in Veltalar. So no.
Yeah.
I was in the abyss, so I don't know.
Yeah.
God.
He doesn't. He knows probably of the existence of the city, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of you guys are screwed because he knows only y'all.
Well,
What are you guys doing?
Questioning Saunders' ability to link.
Just copied and it did that.
Yeah,
I was
same,
like,
to be
"Oh,
honest.
That's weird.
Just looking at the words involved in this, like,
Masturbation? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where they use purpose in 19th century America.
Ooh, let's not get off track. Sorry.
Well, then stop posting dumb shit.
Yeah,
It was for Graham's eyes only.
Yeah, it was fine. It's fine. It's
But
fine.
yeah, it was in chat.
It's fine.
That
I'm about to
logo.
kill you anyway. It doesn't matter. All right, so go on.
I lost my train of thought because of all
yeah, I
that.
did too, actually.
So did I.
Because I clicked the
Oh,
link.
what have I done?
It's okay. It's okay.
LV, can you delete that?
Galil, Ardrin, Renan, what are you guys
Delete
doing
it.
next?
Here's a question. Let's assume the worst case scenario. They got to pull something out of his head, which means maybe they know the boat, they know us, they know names, they know too much. So what do we do there? Other than tell them to move the boat.
Well, at best we move the boat, and at worst we are once again fleeing another city.
We're gonna have to be on high alert at all times while we're here, though.
Hmm. At present, it may be a simple enough fix. Just have them move the ship, and if we have any other concerns, then we can have them move, or we can finally flee.
Well, either way, we should probably head back to the boat anyways, because that's where everybody else is probably going to head.
First off, were there wizards there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, a great many.
Second off, did you guys see any of them wearing a monocle?
Did we?
Make a history check.
History
You
check,
remember.
yeah.
Do you remember?
Because I don't know if you actually described that.
15?
You motherfuckers, you're gonna lead them
Oh,
right
wait.
to us.
Shoot.
That's why I'm stopping us right now.
Why doesn't-
Galil
Love,
knows.
love you, Galil.
14.
Not that you saw.
Actually, my history is a +7. I forgot to add it.
No,
So
I mean,
that's a 23,
honestly, not you did
but-
not see. Yeah.
Okay, just saying. 23.
Okay.
Not that I am aware of.
Since you two were the only ones that were in there, maybe you guys should camp out for the night, and we'll have Kindred come by sometime just to view y'all, just in case if something's attached to you guys.
Makes sense.
That is a very wise choice. You should return
What
to
all-
the ship, though.
I will, but what all do you need me to tell Kindred and them?
Well, it looks like, at the very least, it will not be as easy as we had hoped, and at the very most, it may be possible that he is entirely destroyed. It is sad to say that I think that would be the best case scenario at present, though.
But we're in the phase, so worst case scenario is most likely.
Well, no, I apologize. Best case scenario is that his body was destroyed.
We can ruminate on this later. We need to get moving. We only got so much time.
Yeah. Well, you two go find somewhere to crash. I'll keep my spell on so that way I can at least know the vicinity of where you guys are going to be crashing. And we'll reconvene in the morning.
Indeed.
back at the covert races. How about that?
I believe that would be an outstanding place to meet. Good luck, my friend.
Stay safe. And me and Oreo
Cool.
go back to the ship.
Okay.
I believe everybody's still
climbing-
invisible right now.
Climbing down,
Yeah.
climbing down carefully from the third story roof that you are on.
Ain't gotta have a climbing speed of 35.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Just climb carefully back down, but you make your way back towards the ship.
Rags
What-
check, please.
Sonder, Iskra, you guys head back towards the ship as well, making it to the harbor. You see the guards that are there posted at the harbor entrance. One kind of moves to get in front of you as you guys start walking past. It's like, where are the rest of your friends?
Well, if I see guards posted,
These were the guards you walked past before, but this was just them. Like, one of them just kind of asking, where are the rest of your friends?
they
Oh, you know how nights out go sometimes.
Mhm. Some of them had to stay and do what they wanted to do with fun people.
Some of them are kind of flighty.
They look back the direction you guys came. Let's take a step back to let you pass and nod for you to go ahead and go through.
And I'll loud whisper to Iskra, I hope that he doesn't end up getting an STD from that one person, though.
As soon as you said I hope, I was like, my eyes went like, oh no, I know where this is going.
And we'll walk past.
Okay.
Frisky bunch.
Kindred. As the door splinters open, and Ogin's form fills the doorway. You can see his large form just kind of look around, and he takes in these deep breaths. His tongue snakes out and licks at the air. I know you're in here, Zert. I can smell. He goes over to the cage. Puts a hand on either side. I
So-
can smell your bird.
Okay.
Ooh.
And his head
Cool.
slowly turns and looks directly at you.
Where is it? Oh,
I
there's
came
Sonder.
here as a friend. I trusted you and your companions.
So where Plume's cage is off to the wall, can I, in that moment he goes to the cage, kind of scoot around him and head towards the door?
Make a stealth check at disadvantage.
What? Oh, because he fucking lizard tongue.
Well, it would be disadvantage, but also advantage because he's invisible.
So straight roll.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Nat
discretion,
20.
but
Nice.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
I know,
Remember,
'cause
we're
I was
trying
like-
to keep to one death.
I got the nat 20, but I was like, oh, fucking disadvantage. So stealth. What is my stealth?
+2.
So 23. Oh, 22. Yeah.
22.
Mm-hmm.
You move towards the door. And about a foot and a half from exiting, his large tail stops right in front of you. And you don't move, but you can sense that he is looming over you.
Thank you.
You can run. But know that Ogun has lost a friend today. And I will no longer be trusting.
The tail moves cautiously off to the side. the doorway there in front of you.
Does he have Rio with him?
You don't know.
Well, that's what I'm looking like. Did he
Did
his
you?
little basket cage? Because he's not invisible, is he?
No, no. Ogin's not invisible. He does not seem to be carrying Rio with him. Go on.
Making my way in the hallway. I still keep invisibility, but I still look. He probably sees me. I want to pass by Galil's room and just look. Do I see the basket of Rio?
Make a perception check. As you get to the door, you can see Ogin fill out the hallway once again as he exits your room and looks in your direction.
So I rolled a 2, but using inspiration from the chat. 19. You said perception?
Yes.
26 total.
You see the box still there on the desk. And you turn back out the hallway, you just see his form just looking dead in your direction. Not seeing you, but knowing
he
that
knows
you
where
are-
I'm at.
Yeah.
Standing in the hallway in front of where Galil's busted door is. I'm pointing. I don't know why I'm pointing, but I am. Rio has a hold over you. I was trying to find out why.
A step forward. And then another.
How far away is he from me?
About 5 feet.
Am I like?
No,
Okay.
he's not right over you, but he's just close. He's close enough. Within arm's reach if he so wished.
And we determined Spice Murmur doesn't break invisibility, right? I ask every time.
Right, yeah, because it's using a telepathic item, so it's not casting a spell.
Okay. Sonder, could you get your ass back here as ASAP now?
You
We are
hear
on our
steps
way
coming
now.
down the ship.
The others will be here. They'll tell you as I just kind of stand there let's play the waiting game. Hopefully he takes for it.
Sonder and Iskra up here at the far at the end of the hallway where the stairs lead into the.
We're home, Banan.
And you just see Ogin standing there in the hallway, and the air is tense. You know when you enter a room where an argument or a very intense conversation just happened, you can just feel it hanging in the air. You just see Ogin standing there, breathing heavy, and staring at a empty space in the hallway.
Ogin, are you okay?
I am fine. Your wizard friend cast a spell on me.
Now you're gone. No. I couldn't help it.
When?
Sorry.
I do not know, but he clouded my mind. Rio doesn't like him. I do not like him anymore either.
I told him Rio has a hold over him.
Kindred's voice
We
says
hear
from nowhere. Yeah, they're in the hallway.
Kindred. Undo yourself. Be civil.
Kindred means well.
We may be able to explain why he may have done that.
And they explain.
You
I
see,
have not killed you yet, have I?
ooh,
I
Let's
could
take-
have.
Very much appreciated.
I'll make some tea. I'll be back.
Please don't go.
I go ahead of you. I'll go past you, Kindred.
Stay
I'll
here.
make tea.
You can see Ogin kind of stand a little taller, but relax a little more now that you're back.
When I say you initially run into me because I don't move,
Probably. if you don't move.
I'm not moving.
Um,
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, Logan, he's right there.
Ogun
Just kidding.
moves right up to you and into Galil's room and goes over to the box.
I kind of like step back, like where Galil's room is that way, and let him I'm okay.
He picks up the box, grabs his bag of things, slings it over his shoulder.
You have
Walks
to
back into the
understand,
hallway.
Spinach.
with magical abilities on board, we have to be careful.
I understand. But I have been nothing but truthful with you.
I have been nothing but truthful with you, as well as they'll verify. He hears from nowhere. Well, he knows where I'm at, but
And we do appreciate it. We're just being cautious.
As am I. It is probably best that I return.
I do just want to say that Bird has a hold over you. And at this point, I'm like, oh gosh, oh god. And I'll drop invisibility as I'm just like,
You know that scene?
you could see it. Like I'm very like
nervous.
yes.
You know that scene in Jurassic Park when the T-Rex slowly turns and is like an inches away from Grant's face after it just destroyed the car and it's just like breathing right there? Ogun lowers his head down and brings it to make direct eye contact inches from your face.
Mouths. Oh, I don't have mouths with me. Damn it.
My friend has been with me for years.
They've been with me for years.
3 years.
They wanted me to just make sure he wasn't using you. Guys.
And if he has,
I
He has
wanted to
kept
let you
me-
know.
he has kept me alive.
Okay.
I
I just
appreciate
wanted to
your
let you know.
concern.
His tongue like snakes out like angrily
Oh,
if it could.
oh,
Just
tickled.
like he leans up,
Shut up.
moves and looks at Iskra, nods very slowly.
Thank you for your hospitality. I will return to the inn.
Just like moves cautiously past you and goes up the stairs.
Before he
He's
goes up
done.
the stairs.
He's done.
Pretty God, you say charm person, I'm gonna kill you.
Charm person. No. Let me see the actual
What are you doing?
Oh no, he's casting.
Banishment on Rio.
so
And it has a
Dispel
ricochet
magic.
ability and causes it to hit
Remove
Iskra.
curse.
What are you doing, Kindred?
okay, so really quick thinking, can I do an insight check on Rio? Like looking at the magic on him and how he was, is it like
There's not
a
really,
disadvantage?
there's not anything to insight.
Well, like
He's a
knowing
duck.
he has
Evil duck.
well, not that I saw.
No,
So
he's a
just being
duck
like-
that has a magical aura around it.
Sonder, please back me up on this. And before he heads up the stairs, wind up and fast pitch,
What are you doing?
spell magic on the duck.
Fuck! What are you doing?
On the duck? At what level are you
Yes.
casting this? Well,
Uh,
number one, it is in the box that you cannot see. Do you have to
But
see
you said it's
directly?
like
It
that's
is
what I was
a
looking, it's got,
closed
like,
jewelry
holes in
box.
it.
It's a closed jewelry box.
I thought
you
you
said
can
the top
see-
is like open. It's like
Yeah.
lattice-ish.
Only if you open it. Yeah, if you open it up. You can't. It's like, how do I describe this? It's like a carved, ornately carved top and sides to where it allows air to go through, but it's not like a transparent kind of thing. So you can't see the
Feel like
duck
it would work.
necessarily.
Oh,
But I'll allow
okay.
you to try to make an Arcana check at disadvantage.
Oh no.
Oh.
No. Kindred's Arcana is too high.
I rolled an 18 and a 16. So plus 9, 15, 25.
What level are you casting Dispel on?
Dispel magic has to be cast at because I only got. Oh, I do have. I have a
Aaron.
A?
third level.
Aaron.
Yes.
When I'm in the room now, right?
You were making tea, so I'm assuming not. You're in the galley. You just hear him saying.
Okay.
Oh no, we just lost
And you
Ogan
said-
as a friend.
As you said, at what level?
Third level.
Third level. You feel
We'll
the
see.
magic fire as Ogun continues to walk away, and it takes hold. And I don't know. Can you tell if it succeeds or not?
Yes. Well, let me read it.
I was looking at it. It doesn't really say anything about you being able to know. It just says, choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Oh, it doesn't say actually that you have to see it. It just says within range.
Spell casting ability using my modifier.
Right, so-
successful, yeah.
Make a spell. Okay, so then do that.
Okay.
Or each make the spell casting ability. Yeah, the DC equals 10. Okay.
And then I get to add my proficiency to it, though.
Yes.
14, 5, and then proficiency. 14 and 9, 23.
Okay. The spell takes hold and dissipates, and Ogun continues to walk out.
I just hold my breath like, oh God. Sonder, it took.
Whatever magical effect was on it has been dispelled. And as he walks out the stairs, leaving the ship, you can hear the wood creaking from his weight as he continues up and out. Galil, you and Oreo both start maneuvering quickly as you can through the streets of Amrutlar, headed back towards the
We're doing this stealthily,
Harbor.
by the way.
Make a stealth check for me. Renan and Ardrin, you guys are going where?
Well, we talked about maybe going to the Salty Prince, but I feel like that's where too many people go.
You'll have to. I mean, you might feel. I don't know if what the general consensus of what Ardrin and Renan would think, but it's kind
I
of hard to say.
think-
You've heard mixed things about it at this point.
I think maybe the best thing to do is go to some place that isn't chatted about.
Okay.
Hole in the wall, I suppose.
The smelly pussy.
I was thinking about going to the old glory hole, but
33 for me, and
33. You are one.
and
tonight. I
20
am
for
Batman.
Oreo.
Jesus Louises. Okay.
left the campaign again.
Yeah, you're just on another plane of existence now. You two make your way back towards the harbor as Ardrin and Renan head deeper into the city to seek out a hole in the wall of a place to find a little dreamy. Galil shows up in Dads and Dice. Yeah, somehow. I don't know how, but yes. You head off into the city looking for a place to hide. Sonder, you come out of the room with a tray of tea, and Kindred and Iskra are both like. There's that moment where you are all looking at each other, and Kindred has that look of I just smashed the cookie jar. It was like with a weak smile of like.
Not even that. I'm just like
What took place?
expecting something to happen any minute and hear that like roar again. Like, I did it. It took place. It took
What took place?
the magic.
The magic?
He's. I've heard like the creaking, and he's
Yeah,
like
he's
at least
left.
on the top deck. Okay.
He's left.
Okay. Dispel magic. I dispelled the duck.
You dispelled the duck?
Yes, I dispelled the duck.
Fanch comes around from the corner. What's happening? Why is
Duck,
everybody
duck,
standing
goose.
around?
I don't
f-
think we know
What if he didn't want
whether it's good or bad.
the duck to be dispelled?
And on that note, we will end for tonight.
Who's this pup?
Dum dum dum! Oh my god, I love this game.
Dungeons and Ducks.
Dungeons and Ducks. Ducks and Dragons. Oh my god.
Duck dragon.
Ducks and Downey.
Ducks are dragons.
Ducks are dragons. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, caterpillars are Bahir, so you know, there's that.
Yes, and duck.
We lost
Oh my god.
both North and now Ogun.
What a
Yeah.
wild
Oh,
time.
Why?
His tongue tickled my nose when he stuck it out. It got me.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Most importantly, Galil lost sight of Rio, and that's the greatest tragedy tonight.
Oof. Who knows what will happen next week? Caterpillars? Yeah, it's a long story. That's okay.
So does dispel
Great.
magic
I wasn't sure if
dispel
you were still
all the
there.
magic on
Sorry.
the thing, or does it just remove one?
That would
Effect.
be DM.
It ends one
This is-
effect. So we'll see
Wow,
what
20 people in the chat.
Can I choose which one, or shall we have someone in the audience roll for which one?
Oh, I know which one it ended.
Oh, can we know?
Nope. We'll have to wait, and you'll have to come next Tuesday and find out. Da-da-da.
Or-
we come back next time we see Olgan. Rio is an adult duck.
No.
Like,
What did y'all do?
Oh my god, I am so excited. All right. Well, that was wild. I was not expecting that.
I was worried that Rio
Wild.
Any of
was
that?
going to expand into a large duck inside of that tiny box.
I'm hoping it
I
would
was
expand
surprised.
into a. I was hoping it would expand into like an elephant.
Rio is
He
Howard
just
the Duck
melts into
confirmed.
goo.
Oh my god.
Rio is those two sisters
Mhm.
that Olgan says saved him.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Well, we'll
Fan
find
theory.
out. Fan theory. Well, yeah, there's all sorts of fan theories. Oh my god. All right. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I got work to do.
As
For
he's walking
you.
down the dock, I want to go to the gunship and just. I'm gonna get that duck.
Oh my god. This is not. This next episode's gonna be called
Duck Hunter.
Duck Hunter. Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with us. We are Game of Santos. We will see you next Tuesday. Unless
Birds
anything
of a
else
feather.
crazy.
or maybe Friday.
No, not Friday.
Bidwa.
I wish. The last time we played a game on a Friday, someone died. So
Well, that
let's
was
not do that
whose
again.
fault. And did we learn our lesson?
Yeah.
To be fair, that's how it was heading on last Tuesday. so-
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I just want to
Fanships.
say, are y'all happy now? Did y'all see the non-body there? Are you
Oh my God.
satisfied?
Hey, at least we went to go check.
Yeah, you
I
clear-
did
Clear.
check.
Clear conscience.
Yeah, but the
Yeah, but
body
you
was
kept
still
everything-
there when you checked.
Not really.
Yes, it was.
Not really.
He had,
Oh my
He had,
god.
like,
disappeared at the moment of
Afuera.
fireball.
We are.
Afuera.
Yeah,
More
What
lemon
about
pledge.
outside?
We need more
What
lemon
about
pledge.
outside?
Oh my god. Thank you for hanging out with us. Come hang out with us in Discord if you wish.
And bring
We
more
will-
lemon pledge.
We will be there discussing more fan theories, I'm sure.
Afuera.
We have plenty of fun there.
No, no,
Don't forget
no,
to
no.
stick around. We are going to have an after credit scene.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about
Oh,
that.
Forgot about that. You
I
know,
mean-
since we were
Berries,
supposed
berries
to
and what
remind
else?
Aaron,
You what?
you know, considering we were supposed to remind Aaron, like, the fact that we all forgot about that. Is kind of,
I was like,
Hey,
just in case
we
I
all
forget.
had a high tension
I had a-
moment.
There was,
I had
there was a lot that
There was a lot
you
going
know.
on. There was a lot
Did we
happening.
also roll for who's doing the?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, indeed.
Can it be Olgan?
if it is me that
Oh
gets,
my gosh.
I will be.
Or
It'll
Rio.
be. There's 7
I
of
was
us.
asleep.
I am 7 and 8.
Go.
Okay, so here we go.
are
Iskra is
the
1,
alpha and the
Ardrin is
omega.
2, Kindred's
I
3,
am
Renan is 4, Saunders 5, Galil is 6. I am 7 and 8. In the arms of the angel. Ogen.
Don't say that. It'll
Those bitches.
increase my chances of
Ogen.
having to do this shit.
Ogen. Like this. Alright, here we go. It's a
It's
4!
gonna be Sonder.
Wait.
Renan.
Ardrin. It's Renan!
I
Nice.
told you!
You did this! You've jinxed yourself! That's amazing.
Damn it!
Amazing.
In the arms of the angel. No! Stop singing, please! God, please!
Alright, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye!
North won't.
Oh, God.
For 1,000 years, I have been waiting in the shadow, looking out from it, hiding in it. There's always someone watching in the shadow. I've watched you, you know. You've used your shadow to your benefit. And now, I see how you keep secrets, child. Keep them to the very death, don't you? That's good, child. Now I have a question for you. Can you hear me?
Yes. But I can't see.
That's okay. It will come in time. But now I have a question for you.
Yes.
Would you be my champion? If it would afford you another chance.
Yes. Anything. Master.
Good. Champion. We have much work to do.